Hello, this is Security Boss. Listen guys, I'm coming to you with something new and very exciting. It's called I Choose You. Yes, it's a new dating show and we want all of you to get excited about it. Yes, it is a dating show. It's going to be a virtual dating show. We want all you bachelors and your bachelorettes to get excited about it. So stay tuned for I Choose You.
Driving around in California, looking for something to make me stay. Round and round forever, searching for something that could never get replaced. Don't need you to save me, but I just really need to be saved. I'm just so sick of waiting for any luck to come my way. Yeah.
Hello. Hello, everyone. This is Security Boss, and we are here at Unsolicited. How y'all doing tonight? It is Monday night. Guess what? I got my co-host with me, BLACKMAN Unfiltered. Let me bring him on up. Hey, BLACKMAN, how you doing? I can't hear nothing you saying, but I'm sure you're saying a lot.
All right, can you hear me now?
I can. Now, what was
All
you
right,
telling me something about your beard? Is that what you was trying to say?
Did I see something in my beard or something?
No, there's nothing in your beard. Looks kind of sharp, actually. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you today?
I am doing well. Listen, I think I like Mondays. What about you?
Monday is Monday. I love Monday. It's good to see
Listen,
you.
today
It's good to see you on any day.
Oh, thank you so much for that. Today was what some would say was a horrible morning because it was raining like cats and dogs, but I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. But listen,
Mr. Boss, dearly beloved.
Yeah, he's back there. I got something I want to share with you. It's not like you don't know, but congratulations on 1,000.
Dearly beloved.
Yes. I am so excited.
Thank you so much, man. And to everybody that supports me, like you and Mr. Boss, man, thank you guys. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me and moving forward. And let's just keep working. I was like, I got there.
I know you wanted to like do some kind of two-step or something, you know. But listen, y'all in the chat, understand this. BLACKMAN has got his first 1,000. Now he's on his way to his second 2,000. So he's on his way now. And it just opened up. I am so happy for you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love, all the supporters, everybody.
Oh, good. So listen, we got a little bit to talk about, but I know you're going to share something with me. But let's say hello to all these lovely people in the chat that I'm welcoming you tonight to SB Nation. We're going to go over, we're going to read our, what you call them, y'all? We're going to read the announcements before church starts. I think Brittany got me with that last week. We're going to start with the announcements, everyone. But listen, when you're coming into the live, make sure you're giving us a thumbs up. And I'm going to say hello to a couple, and then I'm going to go on to the announcements. And if any one of you all have something to add, I'm just kidding about that. But y'all know how we do when we go to church. But Brittany B, hello. Corey, hello. How are you? We just done moved on. Miss Stephen Day, how you doing? Who else is in here? I've seen a couple of them, but T. Shaw, good to see you. But anyway, there's a few others in here. If I miss you, I will speak to you, give you my finger. You know, listen, guys, even if I don't say your name, Lamar, hello, how are you? I see you and I might give you the finger, but I'll be into that conversation and y'all don't want to derail me because I'll forget everything I said. Maria, I saw you over there representing on, was it Saturday? Over on Anton. Go ahead, girl. You did your thing. Good to see you. Jenny, good to see. Did you see her? Did you see Marie, was it on Anton on Saturday or when was it? Was it Saturday?
It was. I saw it. Yeah, she was representing. I mean,
yeah, she was. I said, go ahead, girl.
Yeah,
brother man. Hello, how are you? Congratulations, BLACKMAN.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Vaughn, it's good to see you. I know, isn't it exciting? Look, isn't it hard to get that first 1,000 and then you can breathe a little bit? But look, don't stop. Nope. Don't stop. Just keep pushing it down now. Yeah.
There we go.
That's good. So now y'all ready for the Eugene Steele? How are you? I hope you're doing well.
Mr. Moneyline, Mr. Moneyline.
I know, ain't he something? But
Yep.
listen, let's just prepare our hearts and minds and get ready for the morning announcements. You ready for them?
Yes.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to go to the channel and click that globe over there in the top right corner and see 2020 show, the merchandise. I just want to know what y'all think about it because it's not here yet, but I just want to get some idea what y'all think. Gregory, how are you, Mr. Scotland? Hope you're doing well. Click that globe and see what SB Nation has to offer or what's coming soon. And I'm up for suggestions. So it's time to start suggesting stuff because we're putting it together. I just want y'all to know that we're doing something over here at SB Nation, and I want all y'all to be a part of it. So we're going to start with that first. So just let us know what you think. The next thing, Wednesday, April 20th, coming up soon, a couple of days. Remember, 8:00 p.m. Eastern time, myself and the Daily Wrap-Up crew will be here at SB Nation.
Yeah.
We're going to flip that thing around. Have y'all ever seen, if y'all have not seen, visit the channel, go visit the channel when I'm done, not right now.
And them boys on it. Them boys
But
be on
we'll flip them boys around though. See, it's gonna be one lady and 3 men this time. Listen, I think they have an outstanding show. I don't know what the ladies think about it, but they get up there and tell all their business. I ain't never asked them to do it, but I thank them for it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for it's an excellent show. So on Wednesday night, April 20th, they will be here with me at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I want all of you and all your friends and everybody else you know to come over to SB Nation unsolicited on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Y'all gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna need some participation from the crowd like I always do. But going on, y'all remember, this is my last announcement for today, but April 29th, Friday, April 29th at 9:15 will be the first show of I Choose You. All right. First show of I Choose You. And I'm getting really excited. I'm wanting to spill the beans. I'm trying very hard not to spill the beans. I'm trying very hard. Very, very, very hard not to spill the beans. And you know what, Maria? Thank you for that. Because Maria has just Maria, thank you for adding to the announcements. Thank you.
Yes, you did. And you need to announce that for sure.
I needed to announce a new time schedule for this up and coming week. I appreciate you for that. Thank you, sister. So this is how it's going to be. Friday. I don't know the date of that. Is that the 20? This coming Friday. I'm just going to say this coming Friday. We are going to do a new time. We're going to have a 4:00 show this coming Friday. But I'm going to tell you what else we got. On Saturday, we have a 4:00 show. Yes, we do. So this Friday and Saturday, we will have
You know?
How was I a pimp? Because I got some shows coming up in the middle of the afternoon. How that make me a pimp?
Because you pimping the airways at 3
I'm
and
pimping the
4.
airways.
Come on, you pimping the airways. Let's go.
The airways.
You ain't know?
Now we're back to the service. Let's continue with the announcements. On Friday and Saturday, we will have a 3 o'clock. I'm wrong for that. Maria, 4:00 show. 4:00 show. Sister Ria's 4 o'clock show on Friday and on Saturday. We are definitely going to see how this works. I love the last Friday with the 4:00 show. It was outstanding. So we're going to do it. Now, something else I need to mention. Maria, thank you for that. We are also doing
You muted. Uh-oh. Yeah, I can't hear you.
Oh, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. BLACKMAN can't hear me, but
now you go. You were freezing up and you muted for just a second, Mr. Boss. Just a few seconds.
All right, thank you for that. But listen, guys, we also are going to have a new series coming up soon. It's called The Standard, and this was inspired by BLACKMAN. And I'm not going to let all the secrets out there head of who's going to be there, but understand it's The Standard, and I want you to think about it. And then we're going to present it. But before we get started, Brittany B, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. She said, I want to see y'all dance. This is my last money line. I'm on a money line budget. I got to go back to work. SB, I'm going to be, oh God, there we go. I'm going to be a guest on your show next. Hey, you know you welcome up here. You know that. Come on. So anyway.
You did good last night, Brittany B.
I'm going to run it every time. Give me mine.
Going up, need no decline.
Money line.
I'ma run it every time.
Give me mine.
Going up, need no decline.
Yeah. I like that. Oh, so Mr. Scotland says, security boss, I would love for you to
And
you
Crimson
two
Cure.
and Chris Secure to do a
Ooh, that would
collaboration
be good.
together.
That would be
It
great.
would be amazing. Okay, two wonderful ladies spinning wisdom and knowledge. I like that. That would be interesting. I like that. That may be coming soon. I can't tell y'all about everything I'm doing. Y'all gonna have to wait for the Friday announcements to hear about what's coming on in the future. But I hope you all have taken notes to what's coming up this week. Do not forget about the standard. Yes, Miss B. Do not forget about the 4:00 on Friday show. It was amazing last Friday, but we're gonna also add to it a Saturday show at 4:00 too, and then of course we're going to be back with BLACKMAN the following Monday. But we're going to get on into BLACKMAN. No. It was one thing I saw today that really, I didn't have time to get into it, but I know you probably know all about it. I saw a young boy, about 11 years old, was shot in Decatur.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
What is going on with that?
When after the fight, hold on, what's going on with my camera?
I was getting ready to say, there you go.
So, yeah, you're talking about the fight between the two boys, and the boy got up and out.
All I could get into was the 11-year-old child is now deleted.
Yeah, they were fighting, and then I think this is the one where I think we're talking about the same one. They were fighting. They come across, and then when he came across the parking lot, the boy got up, and I guess he didn't want to take that whooping because he was getting whooped, and he got up off the ground. Pow!
So, how old was the child that did this?
Probably about 12, 13.
With a weapon.
Yep, 9mm.
Did it happen at a school?
No, it was I don't know if it was at a school. I saw the video. It was in a parking lot. So maybe it was a parking lot outside the school. I'm not sure. I have to dig a little bit more into it.
This is scary. This is getting so scary. Listen, my heart goes out to you, all you parents that have kids that go to school. I know the young ladies are probably scared, and I know the young men are probably just on edge trying to figure out how to stay out of trouble, how not to be a part of it, because it's so easy to become a part of it. We had something like that happen in our area where a young man was bullied for years. Not gonna say years, but bullied for some time. And he got to the point he just couldn't be bullied anymore. He brought a gun to the school, hid it out in the woods, and they wouldn't leave him alone. He went and got it and brought it inside and killed the young man. He's now doing, I think, 7 years in prison. Yeah. They booked that fella for, evidence showed, and he did it in silence too. It was one of those things. He was like, something took over him, and it was like, I got to do this. Got to do this. Otherwise I can't go on. Yeah. And he did it. And the young man, good boys though. You know what I'm saying? I always want to know who the daddy and mama are of the bully. Don't you?
Yep. Because sometimes that could be the factor. Mom and dad bully at home, and then they go and try to do the same thing mom and dad do.
Well, the young man has to start off his young life because he wasn't even 17 yet. He has to spend his first 7 years in prison because he took another young man's life. These were young boys. It was high school, but they were still young. But he didn't see no way out. Can you imagine that, being a child not seeing a way out? You're going to tell the teachers, you're going to tell the principals, and they just kind of brushing you off like, go, you know what? I feel this, I actually feel this, that nobody's listening because we're being brushed off because you're kids. Nobody cares. Nobody, they ain't going to do nothing. It's just, they be harmless. They just talking. It's okay. And then he gets to the point where he has to hide a gun out in the woods, and then he go gets it and then uses it. I don't have the answers for it, but I bet that should have woke some people up.
Yep. And you know what else that's in the news right now? You familiar with Dwayne Wade, correct?
Yes.
Did you see the pictures?
I haven't touched. I'm a little slow when it comes to that news.
His how do I say it?
His son is now.
Yeah.
And what he do?
They took birthday pictures. How old is he? How old is the baby? How old is the child?
Wait a minute, are you talking about the child he has with Gabrielle? Or are you talking about the one who identifies as a young girl, a young lady?
The one identifies.
They're probably about 13, right?
Yeah, you're right. So they had a birthday party. The pictures are all over the news. And Lord help us. They have a picture of the boyfriend.
Oh wow, he's old enough for a boyfriend.
You know, here's the picture.
Oh, I did see that. I didn't know who that was. Oh wow, I did see that. I had no idea who that was. Wow, Jedi Mike, how are you doing? Wow, 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 wow. I have been seeing that. I just hadn't got into it. Wow, interesting. Wow. Ooh, okay.
That's what the barbershop's gonna be about Friday.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all talk about that. I don't have anything. I don't even know what to say. Luke Hazley, how are you? I hope all is well today, y'all. Peter, hello, how you doing? So listen, let's get into this. And listen, we're gonna need some help from the chat because I know everybody got an opinion about. I'm gonna tell you why we chose this, and I know you all probably know, but we're talking today is why are lies now our friend and the truth is our enemy. Now this is nothing new. You know, it's been like this for a while. We don't like the truth. Everybody, it's truth is so what your perspective. You know, it's just it's so what you think about it, and there's just really no truth anymore. It's all about what you think. But I'm gonna tell you why we're talking about this because and we ain't gonna we're gonna say who he is because Chaotic know who he is, and he visited, Chaotic came over and he had some experiences on another channel, and we ain't gonna talk about it, but he said some things that were true, a lot of things that were true, but it was mixed in with a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
And sometimes
I had him on Barbershop Friday.
Oh my God. It comes mixed in with a lot of chaos. And it just kind of anyway, I'm not gonna talk about that too much because I want the truth. I always want us to concentrate on the message and forget the messenger. Let's just concentrate on the message. And Eugene Steele, you're exactly right. The truth is closely associated with accountability, and that's why we don't like it.
Right.
We always go to the end. We always want to be justified. I did this because of this. It can't just be I did it. It's almost like we robots. Someone made me do it. How do you feel about that? Somebody made me do it.
Yeah.
This is the truth. Yeah, that happened. But since Chaotic acted out, or since Chaotic was chaotic, everything he said no longer mattered.
Right. And I think that my grandmother used to have this saying, I always have to go back to something she said. My grandmother said, baby, the truth is the truth, even if it came from the devil.
Ooh, mama. Whoa.
Yes.
Because guess what? You know what truth is, though. You know what? Because he does know him, don't he?
Oh, yeah.
You know what truth is. Truth is founded in what?
Mm-hmm. Come on. You preaching. I'm going to let you go. Hey, come on. Hey.
Yeah, truth is founded in Christ. So, hey, y'all, the devil can spew it. So he knows it well. So it's true. It's true. And you may not agree, but it is true. But
hold on. Let me add to that real quick.
I didn't want to take them there. But go ahead. Walk slow. We want everybody to hear.
Because accountability, guys, talking about what she just said, even though if you don't agree with what she said, the devil knows the word. You know what? He wasn't always the devil.
Was not.
At first, he was Lucifer, the bearer of light, the choir director, the most beautiful angel God ever made. So if you look at it from a sibling perspective, from a perspective of blood kin, God is the father of Lucifer, and Lucifer was a child that got upset with daddy and turned on daddy, and daddy put him out.
Put him out the house. Yeah, he did. Say you got to go.
Right.
Happens every day, don't it?
So So what he does, he uses his dad's word to other people, to use against other people, to turn other people on his side. So basically, the devil is basically a child that needs therapy.
No, say it better. A lost child.
A lost child. But guess what? He still know the truth because it's his daddy's word.
It's in him. It was the thing that got him put out. He knew that was probably how he offended. That's why he's outside. Look, one of my good boys today, I saw him, and I'm sitting up here congratulating. I heard you done moved out. He said, I got put out. I said, oh wow. Mama didn't tell me that. He said, but I'm back now. I said, oh, I'm so glad you're back. And I was so glad to have him back. But he's a good boy. But even the good ones, as they used to say when we were younger, they start smelling themselves, and it just the taste of life just gets to you, and it just don't seem right to you anymore. And you got to go out and explore. And sometimes the truth that you live by within the home with your mother is no longer your truth. And they have to put you out.
Mm-hmm.
You can always come back. So listen, let's do this $5 super chat. Chaotic is always in his feelings. Feelings are not reliable guides for determining what is right and what is wrong. That's interesting. That's interesting. It is, but it isn't.
Right.
Because you have to have the ear to hear yourself, Mr. Steele, what is right and what's wrong. I agree with you with that.
Yeah, you have to have discernment.
You have to use discernment.
That's it.
And listen,
Shoot a mix it out the bone.
help me out with this because I feel like chaotic is just what's the word I'm looking for?
A passionate truth teller.
Just kind of putting on a show.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think all that erratic behavior and all that, like this is just a show.
Truth
but
and entertainment.
It might just be me. It might be just me. Am I looking at it wrong? I ain't trying to give no pass. No, y'all, I ain't trying to give nobody no pass. I'm just thinking that ain't none of that real because the emotion and the energy is not high enough to yield all of that. Yeah. He's really not upset because like you look at him the next moment and he's doing something crazy, you know, he's doing something different. Right. And if a person was truly upset, that wouldn't be, seems like to me the outcome. Right. But anyway, we're not going to talk about chaotic. If you somewhere listen, hello, how are you, sir?
And can I say one more thing?
Sure.
If anybody's seen I Am Courtney the other day, she did a breakdown of the whole episode because she was in the episode that he was on. We're not going to talk about the episode, but she broke down every 30 seconds or so, 45 seconds or so of what got chaotic to that point. And what got him to that point was a disrespectful woman. When she and she said a lot of people didn't hear this, so I'm going to break it down for you. And Courtney broke it down to show you how many insults he took before he snapped. And when he first got on there, the girl said, "Hey, Carlton, everybody know in the black community what that means. That means
your little pocket square." Yeah, it was a lot of it.
You see what I'm saying?
It was a lot of it. But see, listen, I take that as, you know, playing too. I don't take none of that serious either. But let's do the super chat before we get ready. We can talk about that a little bit. Okay. Maria, thank you so much for your $9.09 super chat. Maria want to see us dance. It says, sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. If you're correct, but you say it in anger and hate, nobody is going to hear the message. And we're going to talk about that because that tone thing has been something going on right now. Yeah, Maria, first, you're going to give you the money line song.
Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline. Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline.
So, listen, all of what you all are saying is so correct about the truth, but in the end, does it really matter if it saves your life?
Yeah, and that's oh my God.
I'm just asking. It's a question. I'm not saying it does or it isn't. I see that we walk in a fence. I understand that there's some areas. Typically, the areas we need truth in are the areas that's not quite healed. So if someone was to say something about an area that's not healed, that means it's a sore. So that sore will be touched. And as soon as that sore is touched, I'm like, ooh. So it's automatic that I'm going to feel some offense or pain because I never healed in that area.
That's right.
But how do we know these things? 1 second before we get started. Luke Casey, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. The truth has no tone. I'm hearing you. Hearing you.
Luke Hazley. Hey, listen, guys. Luke Hazley, you need to have her on the show.
I do. I would love to. Listen,
Luke she's amazing.
Let's do this super chat. Luke Hazley, you get the dance. I would love to see you dance too.
Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline.
Hey.
Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline.
Yeah. So Luke Hazley is right. The truth has no tone, and Brittany B is right too. She says a hit dog will hollow. So listen, this is all true because it's just who we are. Listen, you ain't gonna never get it right. But I don't believe in provoking people. That's not something you're supposed to do. So I get it. But who's to say whose antagonistic way was deserved this and who deserved that? If you came in and you were Carlton with a pocket square, is that really hurtful? Is that was just a joke? I mean, isn't that what we're here for?
Well, Carlton it means more than the pocket square. Carlton,
was a guy on TV.
Yeah. But see, what you have to understand is there's a new Carlton in town. Let me tell you what that is. There's a new, they've redone the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and they got a new TV series.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Will Smith is over it. He's the director, producer, writer, and everything, right? So
Okay.
now they got the little boy Will. They show how he's a basketball star, how he live in the hood. I mean, it completely
Okay.
flipped. It's not comedic anymore.
Okay.
So now, if you go look at the Carlton character now in Fresh Prince, is Carlton. He loved white boys. He's letting white boys say the N word in front of him. He all for the white folks. He's
okay.
very proper speaking.
So it's attacking the character. So in other words, Carlton is not on code.
Oh yeah, and even the old Carlton, you could tell was kind of like that too, but he was more comedic.
Yeah,
but the old Carlton was like that too. It's not unusual to be loved.
Yeah, but he was a product of his environment.
Right, absolutely.
So I mean, he's not on code. He's a square. Yeah. He's a square. I often call myself a square, y'all.
Right.
I'm sorry. So no telling what they're gonna say. But listen, the truth though, how about this? I saw a young lady, and I don't even know if this is fair because I don't know what truth. When you're dealing with individuals, I always say this: we don't have. We got a group of girls. Let's just say this.
Okay.
And I see a group of women, and I see a woman, and she's wearing this outfit, and her whole body, butt, skin, everything is covered with just a pair of sheer. They got pants now that look like a pair of sheer stockings, but they're pants, they're bottoms that people wear. I want to say that what's her name? The girl that everybody talks about, heavyset woman that sings. She was getting on the plane with a pair of them the other day.
You talking about Izzo?
Yeah, her. Okay. Now, see, this is what I always say. A true friend wouldn't allow Lizzo to wear those things out in public because it's not appropriate.
It's not. No.
It's not appropriate. Mm-mm. But if I allow her to do that, and you see, that sounds so funny. She a grown woman. I'm allowing her to do that. So this is what I've been getting. Now, even though Lizzo wants to look this way, obviously Lizzo is getting some kind of payoff for being inappropriate. Yeah. Right? Something. So what I've been getting in all my comments, because they lit it up when they start talking about chaotic in his situation and all of that. They're saying, what I'm getting back in feedback is like, why do we care? My truth is I just let people do what they do. I just clean up my own home. And I just don't know if people realize that we all kind of interconnected. Yeah. See, I'm a woman and Lizzo is a woman. What Lizzo does reflects me. Now, y'all might have to think about that for a minute, and I want y'all to do that, but it really does.
Now, I would have more. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. You could go ahead. No, come on, black man. We talking. Go ahead.
I would have more respect for Lizzo. I would, if she meant what she's doing. Lizzo will go and put on some of the most treacherous stuff, and come on now, and let's be honest. She put on some of the most treacherous stuff that she know people are gonna be disgusted with, and then she said, "I'm confident. I do this. This is what I do." And then 24 hours later, you're on Instagram crying, saying people talking about me, and they said I'm big, and they said I'm
that's my thing. And Tommy B said he disagreed. Tommy, we're gonna get your point. But that's my point I'm making. She doesn't have anybody that truly, this is my opinion, from the outside looking in, she didn't have anybody that really love her, that really cares about her, that really wants to see her win, that wants to see her whole, that wants to see her complete. You remember we talked about being whole,
right?
If a woman has to get this much attention, then once you get it and you have somebody talk about it, then you appear broken, then there's a problem.
And you know what? I'll say this as well. When your career starts to look a little different, right? Because we haven't heard from her in a while, but when your career starts to look a little different, okay, for people out there that love Lizzo, I'm gonna ask a question. Name 3 Lizzo songs. You got 10 seconds. My point exactly.
We all can love Lizzo. I mean, I don't know anything about Lizzo. I just see these very interesting photos, and I happen to see a lady on the regular street looking just like that the other day. Mm-hmm. And I was quite taken back because I'm saying, okay, so she just doesn't understand how she influenced someone else. And remember, we talk about influence all the time. We're not so individual. And see, my truth would go to her in love and say, listen, Lizzo, you are a beautiful woman, but you're not ready for this. And I don't think anybody is ready for this because you shouldn't be showing yourself this way. Mm-hmm. I should not see your flesh in your butt, thing that goes up the middle. I shouldn't see that. I shouldn't see that from anybody out in public. I shouldn't be allowed to see that, but nobody's going to say that. But what they're going to do is they're going to laugh at her. They're going to pick at her. They're gonna say you big
Fake memes.
all the mean things, yeah, behind her back, and continue to allow thing upsets me because she is a grown woman. She can do what she wants. I get it. But nowadays, the truth does what? Is our the lie is our friend. Somebody somewhere telling her, girl, you look good. You know, I've seen it. You look good, girl. You look good. And then I'm gonna tell you what else I saw.
I hate that.
Since I did that video and I used, that interaction that Chaotic and I had, we didn't talk about too much about what happened that Thursday night before because I didn't see it. So it wasn't much to talk about. But everybody, some men were, of course, in agreement with Chaotic, and some were in agreement with the other young lady, 6. Again, I didn't see it mainstream, so I don't know. But guess what? I call it 2 fouls. 2 fouls. It was 2 fouls it was 2 fouls that were done. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I was kind of disappointed in the men, because some men didn't want to say that. You know what? I ain't gonna say I was totally disappointed. Some men did what they were supposed to do, or what they felt they were supposed to do as men, and they were rallying to 6 to help her because this man mistreated her and he was out of order. Now, what do you think about that?
I think I think that I think that we both know our I'm trying to say this in a better way, but I can't. I can't.
I need everybody to hear you, so I need you to slow down, and we need everybody to hear what you have to say.
Okay. A woman is a woman. A man is a man. A woman is the most, supposedly, a woman is the most beautiful, soft, nurturing, well-spoken, very intellectual, very high-thinking woman. Case in point, security boss. Security boss may have a bad day, but she's not a frequent bad day person.
Right.
And when you have a woman stepping into the role of a man, being insulting, saying what she wants to say, and then when you act like a man, and then when a man checks you like what you're acting like, then you expect the real men to come and save you. I don't agree with that, because if you calling me a B word, or you calling me stupid, or you calling me out my name, and you going at me hard, then all of a sudden I give it right back to you, because you're on my level. You've been very masculine, because you'll never hear security boss say, "You dumb mother." Listen, when you're a woman,
that didn't happen, did it? That didn't happen.
No. I'm just giving examples.
Okay.
Are you this? You that? You this? Who is your mother? Who is your father? How did you? When you have all those, you get up on the level of a man, and the man treats you like what you're acting like. He's giving you the same masculine energy back. Then you search for real men to come and save you.
But black man, let me ask you a question. I hear what you're saying, but what makes it correct for a man to give a woman that energy? Okay. Why a man can't just be a man? Let me envision. Let me show you what I like for a man to be. Mm-hmm. I like for a man to be so smooth and so much in control, yes, that he can dismiss bad behavior and still be in his leadership form. Mm-hmm. And everybody, and he knows, and the takeaway is that's a man right there. Yeah. I don't have to fight with. See, when you fight with someone you shouldn't be fighting with, you lose. I don't want a man to ever lose his power. Mm-hmm. As a man. See, right. I want you all to be so in tune with what's going on. And mm-hmm. I'm talking slow with what's going on. Because the enemy just uses people or uses vessels. It ain't really, that ain't what you're fighting against. Right. So I want a man to be so superior, so much of a leader that he can see what's going on and see and clearly say something like this. Oh dear, obviously you don't get it, because see, you're trying to fight with me, and I'm the leader. You don't have to say it in this way, but I want you to be that dismissive.
I agree. She paused. You froze up, security boss. But
that's what I want, Mr. Boss to do. That's what I want, because we work in a vulgar and out of control. You can't hear me?
No, your sound going in and out.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe it's me. Maybe it's just me. We work in an environment where women are so vulgar sometimes and so out of control that I have to actually pray that Mr. Boss don't jack one of them up because they be in the face. So
Yeah.
I have to pray that he just look, understand what's going on right now.
Mhm.
You're the leader. You're the man in the uniform. You have the authority. See, we don't work well with authority. We don't know where all this is coming from. See, it's always an underlying current or underlying energy that's going on. And we always just reading what's here in the physical. I don't need a man to be jumping off on a woman trying to put her in a place. I need that man to be so much of a leader and so much in tune that he can recognize what's going on and walk away and be just that dismissive.
And you know what?
I can count on him.
You know what? It's so I believe what you're saying. I really do. I trust in what you're saying. I think that is the best thing for a man to do to keep himself out of trouble. I think that the kind of men that you're talking about existed in 99, 2000, 98, 97, 96, born in 83. But what the but the men that exist now, they're not putting up with it. And let me give you
Okay, but guess what, Black Man? I just gave you some truth.
Yeah, that's true. And watch this.
But no, I gave you some truth. Whether they're putting up with it or demonstrate it really doesn't matter. That's where you have to be a leader, because there's going to be things that come against you. There's going to be, I think, men and women, situations in this world, and you cannot get off your square emotionally and try to take care of that.
Okay,
so because it'll take you out. See, the whole thing is to get rid of the black man. If you haven't noticed yet, that's the whole objective of the situation.
Exactly.
So only way that we can keep you all here is to keep you all on your purpose of who you are.
Right.
So I have to keep promoting that you all need to recognize the energies at work is to take you out. So I'm saying to you, I'm praying for this for you all, that you stay away when you see that enemy coming, because you can see it. But what happens is it grabs, because you might have good intentions going in. I just want somebody to hear me. Good intentions, and then all of a sudden, there it is. So I do want to hear what you're saying, but I just gave you some truth. I want you to hear me. I want you to speak very slowly and say to me what you think about that. I understand you said that's not the man of the day, but what are you saying about the man of today?
The man. So the example I was going to use is Kareem Hunt. He was a very, very good Super Bowl winning running back for the Kansas City Chiefs. One night he had a party, had some young ladies come up to the hotel room. He found out he had a good friend. He had a Nathan. He found out that one of the girls in the room was underage. He stopped the whole party. Oh, no. You got to get up out of here.
That's right.
No, I'm not getting caught up with no young girl. No. Bye. He walks him out he tries to walk him out the room. He says, no, ma'am, you can't be here. You're underage. I don't care if your birthday's in 3 days. You're 17. You're not going to be in here with me.
Wow.
Let's go. So he's making them go in there. They have it on the lobby camera. He's telling her to go have a nice night.
Wow.
The girl turned around. I'm not leaving. He says, please just go move. He turns around. She walks him down. Boop, boop, boop. When she hit him, he turned around and beat her. I mean, he beat her ass and drug her. And guess what happened? Kansas City Chiefs cut him off the team.
Absolutely.
His career was over, but they thought his career was going to be over. After about almost a year, another team signed him. So he's playing with the Cleveland Browns now, running back for the Cleveland Browns. But it messed his money up. He's supposed to be
them. That's what I'm talking about, black man. See, Mr. Scotland says, and our women have to get a better understanding. Also, Mr. Scotland, let me share something with you, just in case you haven't figured this out yet. I'm gonna share something with you.
Go ahead.
The black woman is what is being used to take you out.
Exactly.
They're not gonna get an understanding of anything you say. I'm telling you what's happening.
You preach.
So it's up to you to be a leader and recognize in every situation how to win.
Dearly beloved.
Okay, and listen, I'm not saying it's intentional. I'm not saying these women are somewhere masterminding or undermining. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you what we're promoting. We're promoting leaders. I'm promoting head servants. This man just gave a prime example of a man that had his whole life in front of him, right?
Right.
Can you hear me? Okay. You gave a prime example of a man that had his whole life in front of him. And I wish he was good. He was right. He was on it. He was doing the right thing, right? But somewhere along the line, there was some resistance. And right when he had that resistance, he resulted to something emotional instead of just 911, come and get her. What was wrong with that? Well, look, she had no business being there. You have to have protections. Let me tell you something. When you get of a certain caliber of a person, or when you get to a certain level, you just become a bigger target. If you can't put people around you to save your life, then you have to know you cannot deal with, I'm gonna call them common folks, because common folks are always trying to take you out.
Yeah.
You have to put these things in place. See, what happens is you get to a certain level and you think, oh, these still my boys. This is still, I can still do this. I can still do that. But guess what? It's always a situation brewing because it's a real thing. The whole idea is to get rid of you. So I need for you. Go ahead.
Did you see the baby? He walked away. He called the police.
After he shot him, I mean.
No, not that. Not the dude he shot. I'm talking about his girl that was there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
He called the police. He walked around. Did you see how the police reacted to it? If it was him, he'd be locked up. The police was standing there. She's still chasing him around the house. They did nothing.
They didn't do anything. I didn't see the out falling, but I do remember him calling her.
Yeah,
but
the police was sitting there and she was like, yeah, she followed him to the bedroom. You don't be putting me on live, blah, blah. And the police just standing there looking. And I'm like, you're not going to arrest her. You're not going to put the cuffs on her. But let it be the other way around. If he was chasing her around the house, they would probably shot him.
Well,
put handcuffs on him and put him in the back seat.
They would not have shot him unless he resisted. Now, come on, you got to give it. Come on, let's do it right. But the other day he did. Somebody was shot in his house or his house.
They broke in his house.
So, you know what? He good. Now he said somebody done told him something real good. They said something go on. You need to call the police because he don't mind calling them now. He calls them all the time.
Everything.
All the time. And he got to because he's no longer that young man in the community. He's now a target. And I listen, y'all may not understand what I'm saying, but
yeah, I understand.
It's real. But listen, whenever you come into the live, make sure you're giving us a thumbs up. We appreciate it so much. I appreciate you all for being here. And we're just talking about when did or why is a lie now our friend and the truth our enemy.
I can ask you a question?
Yes, sure. You know that.
Since the tide has changed and women have gotten a lot more aggressive, right? We agree on that, right?
We agree on that, but I got something for you. Go ahead.
What happens? No, I agree with you. Call the police, right?
Yeah.
What happens if you're in the house with a woman or you're in the area with a woman and that woman threatens your life, pulls out a gun, pulls out a knife, she's threatening your life, and you have an opportunity to take her down before she take you down? What do you do? What do you tell men out there? Because a lot of men are dealing with that. What do you tell a man that when a woman comes to you with a knife, you gonna run around till the police get there? What if she catch you? What if you slip and fall? What?
You were good, and then you went to unbelievable. So I'm gonna go back to where it was good. Not often, and I'm not, it could happen, but not often does a situation go from 0 to I'm gonna kill you. Somewhere it was a 0, then it became a 10, then it became a 20. So I'm saying right around 25, I need you to leave because you can do that. You have the power to do that. You don't have to win. Your winning is being dismissive. I'm telling you how to handle women.
I got to stay up.
Dismiss their asses to protect your own.
Yeah, I got to stay up.
Yeah, because you didn't dismiss.
It wasn't no girlfriend though or nothing. It was just a girl I pissed off. Right?
Well, I'm saying to you,
I didn't hit her or nothing. My sisters, they damaged her pretty bad, but I didn't hit her.
Oh Lord,
they did. They did. Yeah.
Listen. If the object is to get rid of you, it's gonna come from so many directions, and I need for you all to stand on your squares and be leaders. But you ain't got to fight, because I'm hearing there is a message out there in these YouTube spaces where it's saying that it's okay to fight. But let me tell you something: if y'all haven't figured out yet, men, when y'all fight, y'all lose.
Yep.
So the system is not going anywhere. So it's time for us to realize how we need to operate within the system. Don't
listen to Whoopi Goldberg because she gave the complete different. You heard what she said.
I shouldn't say that. Tell me what Whoopi said. I'm interested.
She said it on national TV on The View.
What she said?
She said, well, ladies, they were talking about the Ray Rice situation where his wife spit in his face and hit him and he knocked her out. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And Whoopi said, listen, ladies, keep your hands to yourself. Keep your spit to yourself, your hands to yourself, whatever to yourself. Don't throw nothing or hit no man. She said, what I look like being 5'3", walking up to a man that's 6'3", 300 pounds, and put my hands on him. She said, you don't know what kind of day that man just had. And you walk up to him, put your hands on him. She said, now, if he hits you back, then he's not at fault. You're at fault because you put your hands on him. She said, keep your hands to yourself. And
I agree with that, but you can't control women.
Right, you can't.
That's my point I'm trying to make. You can't control the situation. And it seems like the man of today that you were mentioning is quite easily
Provoked.
consumed with the nature of being overwhelmed by women. I'm gonna say it like that. I need for y'all to have that sternness about you that says, no, I am in control of nothing else myself.
Right.
And I'm not gonna let you take me off my square. And I get that women are toxic, but I want y'all to be stronger. Women got to deal with women. And I'm not advocating for toxicity. I don't want nobody beating y'all up, but I want y'all to recognize that it's not what all you see in the physical. Sometimes things are very spiritual. And if the job is to take you out of here, we can't be losing.
Right. So you're saying that women have to take, you just had something so beautiful. You said women have to check women. Oh, I'm not going to say check because some women get offended. Women have to handle women. Is that correct?
Women have to listen. Women have to atone for themselves. Let's just say it like that.
Exactly.
And if they're willing and ready to listen, you know what? I'm gonna go one. Let's just go smaller. Women got to grow up.
Oh my God.
Let's just use some terms that everybody can understand. Sometimes we are quite immature. Just immature. Okay. Now, a couple of days ago, I said sometimes we act like children. I hated to say it.
Yeah, that's true though.
But it's true. And we act out. We get to fighting. We get to slicing tires. We get to do things that is out of character. We want to win. Okay, so forget that. Okay, you understand what's going on. We don't need you all to encourage the behavior. So I slash your tire, then you're gonna come over my car and slash mine too. So now I got to go up one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not what men's supposed to do, guys. Y'all ain't supposed to be doing that.
If you go outside to see your tires and leave, just call the police. Just leave.
You ain't even got to call the police. Leave. Because in the next 20 minutes, I'm gonna give her an hour. She gonna calm down and she gonna realize that she was acting out, and now you gone. But she ain't gonna really want you to leave her. She just want to play this game that immature women sometimes do, and we just don't get it. So I'm telling you, instead of you being played to the left, I need you to stand in your square as a leader and dismiss this person. I need you to be dismissive. It doesn't mean that she won. It doesn't mean that you a simp. It means that you are protecting yourself and you are a man, you are a leader, and you know how to handle situations. You don't have to be chaotic. I don't mean chaotic. I mean, you don't have to cause chaos. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right, exactly.
I'm not talking about him. You can be just as calm. A suave dude can come in there and be like, baby girl, you need to grow up a little bit or you ain't ready, and just leave. And that woman will want him so much more because he didn't entertain that crazy behavior than the man that does entertain it. Now, black man, you sitting there look like you pouting. Don't pout, brother.
No, I'm not. Listen.
You want to hit a dead in the chest. I be wanting to hit him in the chest too.
No. I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do it because you have to understand dudes my size. There's ex-football players used to lifting weights and moving 300-pound linemen out of the way.
Black man.
You walk away from a situation. I could eat a punch.
Listen, you touch it, you done. My husband's the same way. You touch it, it's done. You're done.
Right. So if I'm that guy, right, and if she put her hands on me, I would try to leave. Now, what I don't agree with is the walk down, because, for instance, I'm gonna give you another situation. Tom Hanks, you know him, the great actor Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah.
His son is dating a black girl, right?
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that black girl. I remember that.
He found out that she was using his black card, sending her family members $20,000, $30,000 out of his account.
What?
He confronted her about it. She cut him up.
I remember that day, and then I remember that day. But see, listen.
She cut him up.
I'm not advocating from it, and I know it's some crazy situations, but he should have never ever allowed her to talk to him again.
Yep.
Ever. Now, what he did, but he should have never allowed him to talk to her again. Listen, guys, I know women can do some things. I'm telling y'all to leave the house when it gets to 20. I don't want y'all to cross over that 50% that threshold at 50, because if you do, now you're emotionally involved also.
Yep.
Because now you feeling like my manhood is being threatened. Now I got to do something. Now I'm telling you the truth.
He's up there holding the phone while she cutting him. See, she cut me again. I'm bleeding.
I saw that.
What?
Listen, let me go back to Brittany B's comment. She said women have to check women. Let me tell you something about that, Brittany. We're gonna just use the word check because you said check. But let's just see what that comment was. You see it, black man? Let me see, can I find it?
Oh yeah, I seen it earlier. Hold on, go back up here. Let me
Right here. Women
Okay.
have to check women. If she don't want to listen, leave her like a lot. Oh,
like
my.
Lot did. And
Oh,
let them
like
chicks
I
suck in the
did.
salt.
Okay. Well, you know what? He dismissed her. What did he tell her? Don't turn around.
Don't turn around. She
Don't
only.
turn around. So when she turned around, listen, if they don't listen and they turn around, you got to leave them.
Yep.
Because you can't fight to death. There's some that do though, but y'all, we don't win. I'm telling you the truth. You can say whatever you want. You can tell me a million times, but you see what I was talking about, the truth being justified. See, the man hit the woman in the chest, knock her down, knock air out of her. She did laying there on the ground. He don't know if she's gonna get up or not. First thing he gonna say is, she was in my face. She tried to cut me. We just justified it. But guess what? I just told you to leave. I'm telling you now, own it. Don't let it get over 25 because it doesn't end up correctly. No matter how much that woman provoked you, no matter how much that woman cut you, no matter how much that money that woman stole from that man, the fact of the matter, if he would have hit her back, what would have happened to him? He went on to jail.
Yeah, and I always say this, and people laugh. I always say, if the police come and she didn't cut you up and beat you up and you didn't defended yourself, the only thing you're going to hear is watch your head, sir, when they put you in the backseat of their car. That's it. They're not going to ask you any questions. None.
So Mr. Scotland says she would not give a lot. Would not give a lot of women a pass. I saw be very hard on her friends. I'm not sure who he's speaking of, but listen, if you're being hard on your friends, that means you love them. In my opinion, I would be, if I had friends, I would be hard on them. And I think that's probably why I don't have any, because I do kind of call it like I see it. And, you know, I've always said this since my introduction to YouTube, you really can't have friends unless y'all all think alike, because the one that doesn't think like you, that's the one that don't like and don't want to be around. And that's usually me.
Read this one.
Taya says, but let's be real. Women will challenge men and weaponize their femininity against men. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling black men now, but I'm saying this to black men, but I'm talking to all the men that are in the live. I've said this. This is a whole different thing, a form of energy that's going on. This is a spiritual thing. They sure will. And guess what? Men won't even be able to recognize when the woman is dirt damn wrong if she throw a leg up in the air.
Yep.
If she put a leg out there first, y'all done. Be like, damn. What just happened?
Yep.
Girl, you could say anything you want.
Mm-hmm. Beat my ass.
You can smack me if you want to.
Yes.
How about that?
You cut me? Oh, that's fine. It'll heal.
That's exactly right.
And you know what? An example, you want me to laugh? An example of that is the lady in Central Park. Remember the guy was bird watching? And if it wasn't for him filming her, oh my God. She said, there's a black man. He's attacking me. He's attacking me, please. And the man said, what are you talking about? What?
Oh, it was another one. The girl asked him, she said, do you live in this building? It was black guy. You live in this building? He said, yeah. Well, let me see your driver's license. He said, who the hell are you? Why I need to show? And then she said, you're not getting in this building. You're not going to follow me to mine. He said, no, you're not going to follow me to mine. It was crazy. Right. Yeah, she was. I've never seen you here before. He said, I ain't never seen you either. But she was, that kind of stuff. You see how crazy?
Mm-hmm. And she shouldn't even be challenging him.
The point is, she got on the phone, was calling the police because there was a black man in the building that she never knew, and she was acting like he was doing something to her when he never did anything to her at all.
Mm-hmm.
But just because she didn't feel like he needed to be there or was good enough to be there, then she was going to use her. She was like, I don't know who he is. And he won't show me that. And then I'm scared to get on the elevator with him and all this craziness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm saying again, this is the truth. This is what we're dealing with. So how do we handle it?
Yeah.
I'm talking to the men because, listen, Brittany, and Taya, I have tried to talk to women so much. I love talking to women. I don't know if women listen. Women do a lot. We do some things that are not right. We don't know we don't really know when we're wrong. We don't know. And we're not really willing to accept when we're wrong.
Yep.
It's got to get almost damn traumatic. You know, we used to work in this building, and this is a true story, guys. We used to work in this building, and this couple, they got high and they drank all day long.
My Lord.
got high, got drank all day long, fuss and cussing, fall asleep, get up, get high again, drank some more. Listen, they didn't get sober till about 1 o'clock in that morning. You know, stuff always happen after midnight. They won't do that stuff when it's light outside. They'll wait till after the midnight hour, and then they start acting a fool. He didn't wake up good until she stabbed him. When she saw that blood, she said, "Baby, I love you, baby." When she stabbed him, he said, "Baby, I know you love me. It's okay. It's gonna be all right." They fussed and fought all day long. I promise you, I'm not lying to you guys. They did it all day. Cuss, fussed, whatever. Got high, cuss, fuss. What? Here come midnight. After midnight, police. We got to go over there and see. Did she kill him? No, she didn't kill him, but she done the blood oozing out, and everybody done got good sense. It was so crazy. I was like, what are you doing? And then when we read this, New Growth Old Soul says, explain how you expect Black men to protect our community, and we emasculate that same man by telling, hold on for me, I got an error.
Him to get hit and walk away.
Listen, I didn't say get hit. I never said that. I don't want you to get hit at all. Because you know what? This is what I said. I said, I never said I had a situation go from 0 to 100, but there could be some out there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you to escape at 20%. When the 20%, when you are seeing the 20% happen, you walk away, you be dismissive to this young lady or whomever, and you get out of there. You're the leader. You're the person in charge. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to expose your spirit to these type of behaviors. But I need you to recognize them coming. But see, too many of us want to win, and men included. But you're not winning when you're trying to fight a woman, because their job is our job. Let me say this right.
Dearly beloved.
Spiritually, we may be the ones that are being used to take you out of here. And if that indeed is the case, what do you think you're actually fighting? Because what are you fighting? If the feminist movement, or let's just say methods and indoctrinations and messages and movements and things of that nature, if they're put in place to get rid of the patriarch, who are you, and the way to do it is to empower the woman, which we already see is happening. And so you think it's all going on in the physical, which I'm telling you it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you how to recognize it by slowing down and being on your purpose. Then you should be able to see what's going on spiritually. And we don't even have to make it spiritually. When you see someone's coming in hot is condescending. Hot is very proper. Hot is when they say, can I ask? Well, oh Lord. Hot is when they, you know how a woman can talk to you very proper and use all the right words.
Mm-hmm.
Never call you out your name.
Right.
But it's very demeaning. It's very condescending. Sometimes they tell me I'm like that. I don't know. BLACKMAN, you got to help me. M. Mills says sometimes I come off that way. I don't mean to.
I mean,
I'm just saying. I'm trying to let everybody else know. Chantel, hello. Thank you for being here. But I'm saying to you, it can be that way. I need for you all to recognize when I don't need men. Your emotions should be in your feet. In your feet. And when your feet start to get hot, it means you need to walk away. Does that make sense? I don't need for your emotions to be in your soul, nor your spirit, nor your heart, nor your mind. I need your feet to tingle when you hear and feel something is not right. It's an energy. I need y'all to slow down. I need y'all to recognize what is going on. And I need y'all to walk away. Exactly. So New Growth, you don't have to respond to to everything that is being done. It doesn't make you less of a man. It actually makes you more powerful. I've said this to somebody before. It's power in silence. I said this to somebody before. Some of y'all may have heard it. It's a lot of power in being silent. If you're very powerful and strong, if you can see somebody acting up around you and you look at it and it doesn't affect you, it doesn't change who you are. You still that suave leader that you came in the building being, and then you still gonna walk out suave. That's who I need you all to be. Y'all need to see things as they are and stop pretending and fighting in the physical, because you're not gonna win. So you're gonna knock them in the chest. You're gonna beat them down. Woman, I told you not to talk to me this way. You need to shut the H up. That's what you're gonna do, and you feel like you just won. Oh no, she's coming back stronger. She's coming back stronger. She definitely is.
I've met a few women like my sister. My sister, I always talk about her because she needs therapy. My sister is one of those women. My sister And I know a lot of men out here probably have dealt with this. If you walk away from my sister, that's gonna piss her off even more. Because the
Guess
first
what?
thing she's gonna say, bitch, you don't hear me? And she gonna come right up behind
Wait a minute. She gonna call you a B?
What? Yes, absolutely. She's done her husband like that's why they're not together anymore. But
Okay, so guess what? We already unchecked her. We know what's going on, right?
yeah.
So we don't even get into conversations with her.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Hey, I'm good." He'll walk away. Hey, I'm good. Hey, I'm walking to his car to leave. She come
We
right up
can't
behind
even
me.
be at the same cookout because she act out until she get her some therapy. That's all the conversation we have for her is therapy. We got I know she your sister and I know you love her, but guess what's gonna happen to your sister? She keeps that up. Somebody gonna hurt her, or she gonna be in prison. And I don't like neither one of them places for her. No, like, man, I'm not putting that on her. Chantel, thank you so much for your $4.99 super chat. I don't like that for any woman. I don't want any woman to be abused, beaten, deleted, or anything. But we already know the deletion rate is going up, don't we?
She's an equal opportunity employee. She do it to women and men. That's why I say one day.
I listen. Most of them do, don't they? That's why I started. That's why I started with Brittany B's comment about check the women. Oh, they will. I will be all kind of itches. But guess what? It don't bother me because it doesn't change who I am. My message is still the same. And I'm saying to you, especially if I'm older you and live more life than you, I'm telling you, I'm trying to share with you how you get over here. You can live hard or you can live easy. We got a super chat though. Thank you, Maria. Maria says, SB, I'm 43 and a half. You're going to embrace that half, aren't you?
Yeah.
And I'm still working on staying silent. Hold on, Maria. I can't see your whole.
Oh, I got you. Always trying to grow. Heavy right now. Let's dance and lighten it up. That's $10.
There you go.
I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline. Money line. I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Maria. You were so right. You were dead on it. And I appreciate that. And Joanna Washington says there's so much more power in walking away. It is so powerful for a man, a leader, a king, if you may, to walk away. I mean, come on, guys. Did y'all not see that? It's like, look, peasant. I hate to say that. I got that off TV. Y'all ladies, I am not calling y'all no peasant. I just wanted to say it. Forget me.
Speak your mind. Speak your mind.
No, I'm saying if somebody's trying to make you fight and they're trying to provoke you to fight them or to I don't know what it's like because you can't win. A woman can't win fighting a man. I can't see that being a winning battle or know.
Man, I've seen some women beat the hell out of some men.
For real? Like
beat the dog hell out of them. I haven't seen it.
Was the men drunk?
No. I've seen a woman go nook if you buck with a man and he lost.
What? That's terrible. That's a bad example. But I guess it's real.
She was kind of heavy set too. Man, he was probably like 100 and probably 150, 160, just soaking wet. Man, she whooped that boy all the way off around that car, all the way down down the street.
That's not good. That's good. See, that wasn't good for her, and it wasn't good for him either. Okay, and guess what? He didn't call the police.
Nope.
He didn't have to go to jail. Nothing happened, right? Wow. Tia says, oops. Can you see it on your side?
Tia, hold on, let me see.
Go ahead.
She said those women dodge accountability and use shaming and gaslighting tactics to win an argument.
Exactly. And I'm trying to say to the men, the truth is, this is real. This is what's going on. You're not going to be justified. I'm not going to give you a justification for anything. I'm not doing it.
See what Cam says?
Women fight with weapons. They sure do. Women fight, period.
Yep.
And guess what? The weapons are a new thing. But what about the things they say with their mouth? Y'all, it's deep, it's harsh, it's heavy. That's why I'm telling y'all to run away.
You see the lady in Florida? Well, Obama got her out. But do you remember the lady in Florida? Her husband was very abusive to her. And she went in. Yeah, he was very abusive to her. And she went in and got the gun and shot a warning shot in the air, in the house, shot a hole in the roof. They put her in jail. And they gave her 20 years in jail for using a firearm in the house. 20 years. He called the police on her. She got 20 years. and Obama end up signing a what do you call it when you're the president?
I would say a reprieve, but it's not a reprieve. It's when you let people out. I got you. I know.
Yeah. He signed one of those and got her out because he thought that was too much time for her to shoot into the air and not hit nobody. But they got her for using a legal weapon in the house.
So listen, let's do this super chat from Randy. Thank you so much, Randy, for your $4.99.
Hey, Randy.
Security boss, instead of checking each other, is there any rectifying of overall sisterhood? You know what?
That's a good question.
Randy, I would love to be in a sisterhood with my sisters, but I got to be honest with you. There's so much. If you're not in agreement, if you're not totally in agreement with your sisters, you can't be a part of the sisterhood.
Come on now.
And I'm one of those people that often thinks a little different. I'm just going to be honest with you. Not intentionally. I just try to be open-minded to, here's go. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I never see myself as a victim, and I never have, for whatever reason. I've never taken on the victimhood mentality. I always try to see the other side, and I don't know why. I always been able to see both sides of a circular. I see totally around the whole picture. I never go to the end, and this has been in most cases, even with the George Floyd. I mean, with everything, guys. I never say a person is guilty without getting the whole picture.
Right.
I need to have all the information because I just don't think people, just like I'm saying to you all today. I don't think you go from 0 to 100. I always say there was a 0 and then he go 25. See, black man would want me to think that it went from 0 to 100. And I'm saying, no, it's not like that. That's not normal practice. Maybe some cases somebody came in and hit him over the head. But even if that's the case, there probably was an incident or two that happened weeks or two before. So I'm saying I need you to pay attention.
Built up pressure.
So listen, I want the sisterhood. But I want the sisters who are looking for the truth, who are accountable, who have integrity. And I don't think that we want to hide a lot of times behind our femininity. And sometimes now I'm understanding the femininity is masculinity, and then when it get hurt, it's then now femininity. So we're a little confused on how we want to be. So I hope that answered your question. I would love to build a sisterhood of accountability, but and let me tell you something else. I want our men to be men. I want our men to love and want to open the doors for us. I want our men to have the chivalrous attitude. I want our men to want to bring flowers home to their women. I want that. But y'all got to understand this sisterhood that's out there now, they're ruining it for us, ladies.
Sure the hell is.
I'm married, been married 27 years, but my sisters, Cam, the Blooming Ebony, Brittany D, Cora Blossom, your men gonna be so jacked up, they ain't gonna know that, and they're not gonna know that they're supposed to bring the flowers home on a Monday, just to let you know, baby, I was thinking about you. There's nothing wrong about that. That's not simp behavior. That's appreciation.
Right.
Because guess what I did for you when you came home last night? I took your boots off. You didn't ask me to. You just came on. I'm like, baby, come here. You sat down and I just started untying your boots. Then I took your socks off and I rubbed your feet. So that's reciprocation for being in a relationship. But see, it's so crazy out there now. Men, y'all thinking, I ain't letting that woman know I like her, but a little bit. Come on. So it's wrong. We're out of order. And it's because of what we're going through. I get it. But I want the sisterhood that wants the man that buys the chocolates, that opens up the doors, that pulls back the seat, that says, I love you on a Monday. It's okay. Because remember, the femininity brings out the masculinity. But if a man puts up a wall and sees me just like the one on the left when I disagree, just because I disagree, not because I was aggressive, just because, babe, no, that's not good for me right now. If he reverts back or he starts seeing some messages on the wall or whatever, black man, why are you over there shaking your head, brother? What can I do? How can I help?
Listen. The way you're talking is amazing, and I hope women are listening. When you said untie the boots and all that, oh man, the men are in their car right now like this.
What they doing, black man? Crying.
They're in their car right now, and like, damn, why I can't have that? When I get home, I gotta use my boots, take my boots off, so she won't hear me come through the door because I don't even want to see her. You know.
Oh God, see, I don't know, but we gotta turn it around. I want the sisterhood that wants that because I like the fact, I like the flowers. My husband and I have been together so long, he done ran out of stuff now to get me to do. So now he was like, look, I ain't even trying to surprise you, but get what you want. I'm like, cool with that too. But I still like the fact that he'll try to do something just because. But yeah, I take off the boots. I do because I want him to know that I'm here for him. I really do. I really, really do. I'm there for you, baby.
Guys, I want you to know something. This is a public service announcement. We are not responsible for any damage you do to your car when you fall out and pass out and hit a tree or a pole on your way home listening to Security Boss with all this beautiful stuff about taking off boots, okay? Keep straight in the middle of the road, okay? Do not pass out. Do not. I repeat.
Oh God, stop being silly. No, and look, my husband is right here too. You hear the noise back there. You saw the
Yeah, because he knows it.
Yeah, if I was lying, he'd have gave me the So I'm telling the truth. But listen, he's my man though. I don't want to do that for anybody else. That's just a little bit of appreciation. Why not? He's coming to sit down. I'm like, come, just take off all today and just tell me how it went, babe. And it's okay. And that's the sisterhood I want to and be involved in. That's the sisterhood I want around me. Those are them genuine sisters. Those are those sisters that operate in accountability. Those are the sisters that would tell me, Security Boss, you know what? I was tripping last night. I got in my feelings. I don't know what happened. What you think about this? And I'll be like, hey, look, we got to get it back on track. This is what happened.
You're talking about women like T. Shaw and Brittany B. and Cam and what's the other one? Chantel and those type of women.
We can ready to drop the link too. Chantel, if you're not busy, definitely. If you're still here, we're gonna drop the link for you. I would love for you to come up and speak on this. I am talking about this one, but all women can be those women. Black man, this is not
hell no.
I'm not Black man. There's nothing.
Hell no.
Listen, Black man.
I love you, Security Boss. I love you. But cannot let you get away with that one. No. All women cannot be like that. No.
They can. I don't. Well, okay, you're right. No. Okay, I'm with you. I just told a lie. The lie was not my friend.
And let me tell you this too. While we waiting on people to come in.
Yes.
Let me tell you how the revolving door comes around. You remember back in the day, Kim Kardashian had that sex tape come out with Ray J?
Yes, I remember.
She paid millions of dollars to have that sex tape removed off the internet, right?
I thought her mama the one who put it out.
No, they removed it. Ain't nobody seen it in probably 15, 16 years. Yes, the other day on her show, her son was laughing at his tablet. She went over to the tablet and he found, and somebody had dropped it or leaked the damn sex tape again. The son had the damn sex tape on his tablet of his mama screwing another man 23 years ago.
How old is the son?
What, 9, 10?
Oh no!
And he pressed it, and it was like a box game or whatever. When you press it, you see her crying face, and behind the crying face was a scene of her having sex with Ray J. Now watch this. When he did that, she went over and grabbed the tablet. And she said, "Oh my God!" And she called her sister Chloe. Come look. And when she looked at it, she started crying. I can't believe my own son is seeing my sex. Oh yes, you gotta watch. You gotta keep them legs closed, baby.
Wow. Maria funny. Maria say, I don't like feet, so the boot thing won't be for me.
Well, okay, then we'll give him a massage then. Hell,
Maria, you can rub his head, whatever you like.
Maria, just take his shirt off or something.
Make him feel good.
Yeah, brush his hair.
Bella say you always have the best stories. He does, doesn't he? So, Scam Likely, how are you doing, sir?
Hey, Bella. Hey, Bella, you better pick right. You better.
Don't see. Listen, let me tell y'all something. When Bella come around, she make me nervous because I be wanting to talk. I have to watch what I say because I'm still trying to. I don't want to let the cats out, so I have to watch what I say when Bella around. So, because Bella asks a question, I'd be like, and I'm like, did I just say that? So I'm careful when we're around Bella. Be careful. So I'm sorry, Scam Likely. Go ahead and add your.
What's up, Dr. Panderson?
Hey, what's going on? Unfortunately, I was caught in the crossfire of that dustathon that took place on Thursday. I was on.
Yeah.
I was on.
Yeah.
I was
Tommy
actually
B.
on live. I called in to troll
my
as
guy.
well, and I couldn't even troll right. It was so bad. But
Tommy B,
You get called in to troll?
yeah, I called in to troll. Like Mondays and Thursdays,
I'm gonna
days to
text you.
call in to troll. I couldn't even troll right. The show was so bad. But a couple things I wanted to add.
Go ahead.
When I was 21, I was in the band in college, and there was a girl. She was arguing about some music or something, and she pointed at me, and then she pointed at the music, and I pointed at her, and then I pointed down here.
What does that mean?
What is that?
What did you intend for that to mean?
It was pretty disrespectful, but it was ongoing, and yeah, it wasn't right. But the next day, and she was out there. She was who she was. Like out off a band time, whatever. She was doing her thing. Ended up actually getting pregnant and dropping out.
Wow.
But the next day, they're like, hey, we need to see you, the section leader, and we need to see her. I'm in the office at a round table, the director, assistant director, and a tape recorder sitting across from the table. She's in there faking, it hurt my feelings. The section leader up there, I don't know. I mean, he's just such a evil monster. I mean, and they actually went and played the victim role, and yeah, and then they're talking about taking it to the dean, all that extra. So actually, I was glad it happened because at 21, I understood, hey, you just can't say certain stuff,
do certain stuff also, yeah.
That they can actually, though, really was it that bad and all that, but no, they can go and fake, and they can actually go ruin your whole career. So I'm glad I learned it then.
Yeah,
because most of my career, I worked in education, I worked in admin and stuff. And I work around a bunch of females, try to bait you into stuff. I learned all the way back then not to take the bait. Keep you cool because it can be your money. It can mess you up. But that situation, both people were dusty. Let's just be real.
I like that, Panderson. I like that story you just gave, and that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I had to learn that. I'm glad it happened back then when there was no money on the table. But then talking about taking to the dean.
Where was she wrong at?
Say what?
Where was she wrong at? You said she pointed at the radio.
No, it was constant nagging and just crazy talking.
Okay. I was just based off.
I pointed it and pointed down there.
He's talking about the part that somebody can go say you did something with bad or negative intentions, and you may have not done that.
Well, he did. He pointed at his stuff.
No,
but that's his point. He said he was wrong. He said he was wrong. It could have ruined his
accountability.
But I was asking him where was she wrong, because the only thing that we've heard that she done was that she pointed at the radio. That's where I was confused at. But then he just said it was more nagging. So
she had been pressing my buttons all the time.
Okay, gotcha.
But the thing was, her and the section leader go and gang up and play feminine, use the feminine energy in the victim, and try to take me down. And that's what really wasn't cool. But I'm glad it happened. I didn't get taken down, but I just learned that that's how serious this can be. So as a man, yes, you're held accountable for the way you act and what you do and what you can say, and just know that it can go to that extreme. And
so hold on for a minute, Panderson. New growth, old soul. I want you to come up if you can, but this question here says, y'all wonder why Black men aren't winning. We are constantly talking about how to destroy our masculinity. Now, I would love for you to come up. I'm not going to pretend like I understand what your comment is. I would like for you to come up and explain it to us. Because if you think that winning is fighting, then you definitely are losing, and you will continue to lose, because if you haven't realized it, the number of Black men is diminishing. There has even been some stats taken that you all will be in numbers of what do you call it, y'all, when stuff disappeared, like the whales, extinction by what 2030 or some number like that. So I'm not going to pretend like I understand exactly what you were saying. Hey, Bethany, but I would love for you to come up if you're not busy and explain it to us, because I need to explain I would love to explain. Thank you for doing that.
One more comment about Thursday.
Go ahead, Black man. Excuse me. Go ahead, Dr. Patterson. I'm sorry.
Friday, when they were discussing on the Millionaire Morning Show, at the same time, there was another panel running by her. 3 times as many people were over there watching that show. A lot of the same names, same people you see, and a whole bunch of men lined up in there saying, "Yeah, girl, you got." The simp army is strong.
Well, she got the pretty privilege too. Because let's not get that out the way. She didn't look the way she looked.
But the dudes are forming an army, standing in the front lines, enabling this behavior.
Because how she looked.
But she can grease them next week.
Welcome to the sucker side. Like that's what you deal with. These dudes that'll do anything to get a chick attention.
Okay, so that goes back to the title of the show, right?
I don't think that's new though. I think that's
whether it's new or old, it can be dangerous. If you believe something and it's the truth, you stand on it. No matter.
Well, I'm just saying as far as because the way that you put in the title, you said like today, and that's why I say it's not new because even if you look at our families, we've been doing that for the longest. Where with the creepy uncle or
God,
keep your business in the house. So we've been doing that for a while. It's just a new generation of doing it, but it's what we've been doing.
Yeah,
Tommy, just like how friends expose themselves when a woman that sexy woman comes. Now loyalty between your friends may be violated.
Yeah. I mean, as a dude, you go through it. You see it. You feel me? So
yeah.
Go ahead, Tommy. It's on you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say, but no, I was when I said I disagreed with the Lizzo thing. That was way back. But no, you said that it represents poorly on you guys, and I don't necessarily think that's true. And I say that because, like, I got a sister, and she dresses pretty conservatively, but most of her friends, they kind of cleavage out and this and that. And she's approached basically by the way she carries herself, not by the way her friends carry herself. I think if she was to dress the same way her friends did or whatever, I think that might change. But in general, it doesn't change her perception because she presents herself the way she presents herself. So I say that to say, like with you, the way that you dress, if I put you around chicks that dress more provocative, I don't think they're going to put you in the same loop. They probably going to be wondering what you're doing hanging with these chicks. But I don't think they're going to just be like, oh, she's one of them. No, they base it off the appearance. So, and with the Lizzo thing, it's weird because a lot of people want to put it on her weight, but I think if she was a regular size woman, or I guess you say regular or smaller woman, I guess you say, people. I mean, you got your whole butt cheeks out. Like, it ain't too many people that's gonna be able to do that. Barring you performing, on the stage, it ain't too many people that's gonna see that and not be like, "What's going on?" And to be weird, the opposite side of the spectrum is Coi Leray, who is bony as hell. And they talk stuff about her because she kind of dresses not as bad as Lizzo as far as like bare cheeks. Well, no, she do that too. Not as much as in public though. It's more like videos and stuff like that. But they talk about her because she's so bony. So it's not directly a weight thing. It's you dressing like an idiot.
Right. No, I didn't say that because of weight thing. I said it because of an influence. And when I
know. I'm just saying a lot of women like to, say that she gets this negative attention or these negative remarks because of her weight. I think that does play a role in it. But in general, if you put a smaller woman and she dressed the way that she dressed, she came to a Laker game and literally had her bare cheeks out.
Did you see her getting on the plane the other day?
Yeah, and then the plane thing, same thing. Yeah. So it's
the reason why I mentioned her is because I saw a young lady in the regular street with those pants on that she had on. That was this why I mentioned it, because I saw a young lady with it on. So I was just thinking that she got that. That's a Lizzo influence, and it is good that your sister can hang out. You said your sister, right?
Yeah, my sister.
That she's with other that she has chosen to be with young ladies who may not be so conservative and has not so that means she's the leader, obviously.
Yeah.
Because influence is real.
Yeah, absolutely.
What they do, you do, and sometimes you can't even be around them unless we all doing the same thing. Yeah, so exactly. I'm proud of sister. So
but they come up from little kids, so they all kind of have an understanding of who each other are. So there's not really no real pushback on that. But and they all married and stuff. So
they grown
when they go, exactly. When they go places, they with their husband and all this and that. I'm just saying in general, if they were seen without their husbands, nobody goes. I don't think anybody approaches my sister the same way that they do with the other chick, just based off the way they dress.
Okay. Well, it's a very strong influence to period. That whole sexy, I ain't even call it sexy because it's not sexy. I don't even know what you call it. Naked, inappropriate. It's a lot. It's a very strong influence on women. And it's because they're getting what they think is positive attention. And I gotta admit they must be getting some good attention somewhere.
I
don't
mean,
Where?
it's weird because you gonna get the attention, bro. Like you gonna get the attention. The
I'm
problem
talking
is
about the positive attention. I'm not talking about that.
you'll get positive.
it's got to be
Trust
something.
me, I got a partner on my Facebook that gives her plenty of positive attention.
It's got to be because they wouldn't do it. Chantel says dressing half naked is the norm these days, and like I said, it's an influence. It's influence.
Well, I don't know if I say it's the norm because if it was the norm, then it wouldn't pop out.
Well, she's beyond half naked though. If you're talking about Lizzo, that's beyond
I'm
half.
saying just in general. Like if it had came so much as to being the norm, then it wouldn't pop out. So you wouldn't be walking down the street and go, "Oh, look what she got on," because it's the norm.
Well, half naked to me is like if I say a man is half naked, that means he has on pants and paper, not a shirt. A woman half naked may be she has on a short skirt, but I don't see the stuff. The things that Lizzo has on and what the young lady had on the other day, those pants are like stockings. You can actually see booty crack. You know, and I didn't see her from the front, and I wouldn't look, but you probably can see, the V area, couldn't you? And I don't, they don't have on any underwear. That's more than half. I don't know what that's about, and I don't know what man would, think that would be acceptable. But obviously, somebody is giving them attention. And like BLACKMAN said, though, in the next maybe hour, next 24 hours, if she's crying and upset, then maybe something didn't go over correctly. But that is heavy influence because I seen a woman like Lizzo is a star per se, and she's on stage and she's performing. If I don't expect to see someone on my regular street dressed like that, I don't expect to see that. That performers do things we don't do, and the young lady had it on, so she's influencing women to do certain things. So that was what I'm saying to you. And but for you all, you have to be very protective of yourselves. And that's what this whole thing is about. The truth. You have to be protective instead of fighting the enemy per se. And I'm not saying we know what we're doing. I'm not saying these women are intently trying to hurt you, harm you, or anything. But if the world is using it, or if these movements are using the black woman to take out the black man, y'all know this now, right? It's already been seen and it's knows, is recognized, and we see it. Don't fall for the okie-doke. Be strong and walk away.
So it's the byproduct of a lot of these dudes being raised by women. And I say this a lot of times to people, like they learn how to interact with women through their moms for the most part, because a lot of these cats, their dad's not around. So if you watch how your mom interacts with other women, women interact with women different than men interact with women. When I watched my dad interact with women, it was completely different than how my mom interacted with women. So if you're getting this from your mom picking up the phone, bitch, it's the drama between the women, all of that stuff. And then, like I said, even interacting with them, trying to have the last word, the bickering and stuff like that. Like, I've been around friends that, were raised in a single home with their moms. And I'm looking at them like, bro, why are you still arguing with this chick? Why you can't leave? Like, it's like something inside them that won't let them leave. And I'm like, bro, I'd have been gone.
What is it, Tommy? What is it, though? What do you think it is?
Because they learned their
from their mom.
Yeah, they learn it from their mom. Like that's how women argue. Like, women want that last point. And I see a lot of men that gotta have that last point.
We gotta win, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't care about the last point. Dog, it's over. I'm out. That's it. I don't care if you say whatever the hell you say after that. It's a wrap.
But do y'all know, just in case you didn't know, but I'm telling you, do you not know how strong and positive and poised you look walking away? You know how strong that is to have yourself to dismiss a woman and walk away, but like, I ain't got time for this. I mean, to almost treat her like, I love you, but right now you out of your mind, and she's out of her mind. You're being the leader, you're being the protector, you're being the provider, you're being the pastor, you're doing all that in that moment if you can do that.
I mean,
that's one of the things I tell dudes, like the power you have as a man completely over a woman is knowing when to walk away and mean it. Most dudes can't even tap into that. Despite us men be telling the dudes, you got to keep doing that. You got to do that. Leave alone. Just like Tom, you're saying, leave
But I
alone.
mean,
Walk
bro,
away.
like
And
I
it's
was
sad.
even with me being raised by my pops, I've been on both sides of it. Like I've went back and forth with a chick before, and then I noticed the difference between that and when you just be like, you know what, all right, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? You just
Same
bounce out.
here. I've been through that in my past too.
But
Now
back
I
and forth,
really
but
walk away,
wait a
don't
minute
go
though.
back. And I've realized how much more power I have. Like I feel the energy go like a super saiyan. Like
Let's
wow.
qualify this though.
Like that scene Bruce Leroy in Last Dragon with the glow. That's right.
But I'm just to be honest with you, I don't feel anything because I just don't let it move me anymore.
But let's
And
qualify.
that's
Let's qualify going back and forth. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation.
no,
that
I'm talking the toxic back and forth.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
there. I've been there.
I've seen that
Nah,
happen a lot.
I don't do that. We don't do that.
No, I've been there.
The toxic back and forth is very
Yeah.
scary. It's a very
But
scary place.
a lot of that too, and that's why it happens with a lot of the younger guys. It's a lot of ego. You know, it's you trying to figure out. It's you trying to figure out that leadership, and you trying to figure out how to because like I say, even with coming up with my pops, it got to a certain point to where even when he said something to me or taught stuff to me, I kind of had the experience before it kind of clicked.
Right.
And so with that, you know, I went through that phase of trying to figure out how to deal with this. I went through the being way too nice phase. I went through the being way too mean phase. Like we go through all of these phases to try to figure out that happy medium of, you know, not being too nice, but also not being, you know, too mean. Knowing when to argue, knowing when to just kill an argument. All of this stuff, you know, that's what you go through growing up. And
Right.
for me, fortunately, I had a pops to kind of have the outline of what should happen. So even if I strayed away, I still had that path to come back to. The problem is a lot of these cats, the path they come back to is what they mama do. And
Right.
they mama do is exactly what they doing. So
And
that's what they see is right.
And that's what I want to say to Mel. You know, Mel's like, that's what I tell these guys. That's what I tell these guys. I've come to the conclusion to understand Tommy B is absolutely 100% correct. When you grow up in something for you 30, say for instance, you're a 40-year-old man and you live with your mom till you was 18. That's 18 years of rooted of being around a woman and how a woman handles things. And there's no daddy there. So you're going to take on, it's this even biblical, guys. You're going to take, you become what you are around. And you're going to take on your mom's mannerisms. You're going to take on how your mama handles situations because the only thing you're seeing is a woman lead. You're seeing a woman, how she talk, how she carry herself, how she talk to her friends, how she handle conflict. And it's all feminine behavior. And so,
okay,
so the whole thing.
So black man, male, hold on for a minute. Male, hold on for a minute. So black man, what comes before the fall?
Pride.
There you go. Did this man just not tell you you cannot lead with the egos because that's what this is back where we are. But wait a minute, guys, before we go get back into our conversation, Chantel, if you come in through Chrome, your camera and everything will be able to be used. So if you drop down and come in through Chrome, we'll be able to bring you up.
So Firefox also.
Right now, okay. Mel, what was that? Firefox.
That's the browser I'm using. She can use, it doesn't matter. Yeah, when she clicks on the link,
Google or Firefox.
She clicks on the link, and then on the top, I think a pop button will show up says on the allow all, like the video. Still press allow all, and then press join, and then on the bottom, like the button mute, start video, and everything. Yeah.
All right. So listen, guys, if you're coming into the live, make sure you're giving me a thumbs up. We appreciate you all for being here. Sir Hell, how are you doing? Mr. Awesome, I've been loving your comments. You're right. I'm not necessarily saying run away from the women, but I'm asking men to actually control the situation so they can walk away another day. So black man, exactly. You're exactly right that there are, and Tommy, both of you have said that there is something about being raised by your mother. I understand and I get it, but now we're of age, right? There comes a time where you got to be responsible for yourself and your own actions. And I'm saying to you all, in order to get the true message of man and leadership, y'all got to be able to see this stuff about to happen. We Unlock, what happened to you? I was getting ready to go to you at that moment. What just happened?
Hey, he dropped off.
And you know what? He probably had to go back to do work or something. But you know what, though?
There you go. Hold on, black man. We Unlock, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing well. What did you have to add to this conversation? I'm sorry that we, we're talking.
Well, I've never been in a fight with a woman before. Maybe
Praise
in my
Lord.
earlier ages, but I learned how to not use my fist towards a woman, but to actually put myself in the situation. If I have to grab her for a few minutes and then flee, like push her away so I can flee from the situation.
Don't push her.
Well, what I mean is I'm not pushing her to knock her out against a pole or anything, but I want to leave. I want to run. As my pastor would put it, flee for your life. Yeah. So you won't put yourself in a situation that you're going to get yourself in trouble.
But understand something, my brother. You know I love you. Understand, anytime you're in an argumentative situation, let me tell you what the law says. Anytime you're in an argumentative situation, if you even touch her to refrain her, that's assault.
No, she's
no. That's the premise. You have the right.
Wait a minute.
No, I don't think so. And I know a police officer myself.
Wait a minute, Mel. It's not assault. It's battery.
Yeah, there you go. Battery. There you go.
It's battery. When you touch a person, it's battery. It is.
Maybe
if this is self-defense, you could do that. Like
that's what I'm saying.
So you a black?
He never said that the woman hit him. He just said he put his hand on her.
The key to it is marks. The key to it is marks. If you don't leave marks on her, you good. If you got marks on her now, you got a problem. But
all right, so guess what? We just went the wrong direction. But before we get back on track, let's do this. We have some super chats. Mr. Awesome, thank you so much for your $5 super chat. And it says if someone can provoke you, then by definition they have some fashion of control over you, and this is what we're talking about. This is what I'm trying to tell the men. 0 to 20, you're out. Sir Hale, thank you so much for your $9.99 super chat, and it says Sir Hale Speaks Network. Thank you. You get the money line song.
Money line, I'ma run it every time.
He got the cutback.
You gotta do it right. So listen.
Security. Okay, go ahead.
No, you got it. You got it, black man. Go ahead.
Real quick. The reason that I said that is because we did a show with Nathan Daly, the police officer, and he said that he's gone to many houses. And all the man did, they look on cameras. You know, people got cameras in their house, and all the man did was remove the woman. That's battery. He arrested.
It is definitely battery. Listen,
in an argumentative situation, even if he moved her and she ain't got no marks on that, they see it on their camera.
No, you can't be the first to touch. Absolutely not.
Listen,
if you're trying to leave,
that situation was not assault. If she's actually coming to attack you, you can defend yourself. In a situation like that, where he saw, bad because she didn't attack you. Y'all might have been an argument, but you went and put your hands on her and she didn't still attack you. Your wife was still in danger.
No, but she could have been blocking your way out.
Exactly.
Like women will follow you around. They'll block you. They'll do certain things. Okay, they'll come stand in front of the car door, and if you move them, that is considered battery. Even with us doing our work on the transit, we would move people. If we would like escort them off and we put our hands on their shoulder, they could say that's battery, even though we were giving them direction.
Yep.
What's the threshold? What is the threshold?
Shit, for you, nothing.
The threshold is 0 to 20. When you feel the heat coming, you go lock yourself in the bathroom or you leave and go get
I think
boss, you just saying you run a security AG, right? You said you tell people to move, and you have to technically, if they don't listen and comply, you have to physically move them and stuff like that, right?
They can call out battery. Yes. They can say that it's battery.
I mean, they can say, but when they actually see it's not. Now, I heard this from lawyers themselves.
No, it is. It is considered battery, but will it stand up in a court? Probably not.
Yeah, they can say that all they want. Yeah, but technically, I mean, if they're in your own property and stuff, they're not moving, you can physically move them if they don't comply. Now, they could tell you to go to court and try to sue you behind that, for civil court cases. Yeah, but
see, the problem is you have though, Mel, is what if they trip and fall in the process of you moving them to a different spot? Or
exactly. Yeah, they might falsely make themselves trip and hurt themselves on purpose to make it more than what it is.
That's exactly right.
I'm just trying to live right now. because she might have a knife. She might have something in her hand that might kill me. I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to live.
No, that's different. Yeah,
Look,
you can
we on
defend
lock.
yourself.
Listen, we on lock. I want you to leave when you see it. First of all, I want you to know what kind of woman you with.
I'm glad you said that, boss. That's what I wanted to speak on.
If you the kind of woman that go get, if you with a woman that go get a knife, we got to get that part straight first. We got to sit down when things ain't heated and figure out why are you becoming the woman that resorts
that
to getting
conversation
the
was
knife.
easy.
Yes,
Yeah, that's easy.
exactly.
You put that thing out, you better not miss. That's how
No,
that
listen,
conversation
no,
went.
listen. We got to figure out. Listen, I said this a while back. We have to grow up, first of all, guys. We women have to grow up. But let's do this super chat first before it goes away. AL, how are you, Aaron? I had a friend whose ex swung an axe. What? At him, he pushed her out of the way, and they locked him up for a few days. Wow. You know what? Thank you for your $5 super chat. He said he had a woman. His friend had a woman who swung an axe at him, and they locked him up because he pushed her. I guess the axe never made connection, which I'm glad it didn't. But listen here, if he made it out of that situation and was smart enough to leave that woman, it was a wrong thing on both accounts, but consider it a blessing. I hope that was enough to help open his eyes and let him know he didn't need to be with that woman anymore, because that was bad. An axe, that is so unforgiving. An axe, y'all, an axe. Who does that? But we unlock, men, all of you. If you have a woman that is that'll pick up a knife, that means she'll pick up a gun. That means she'll boil some water. We need to check. We need to figure out what kind of women that we're dealing with.
Typically, we deal with those when we're younger and we don't know no better. And you, like I said, it's that filling out process. Because I think I was in my early 20s when I dealt with that.
Good,
you know. But like, it was a simple conversation. Just don't miss, because she know what I'm coming with. Exactly. Just don't miss.
Exactly.
But see, here's one thing I always say, and I'm glad you said it, boss. Too many dudes, like, they get so caught up on the beauty of a woman so much, and then they find out the toxicity later. Was telling you those signs already showed within the first 3 months you dealing with her.
Bro, I said that so many times, bro.
Environment that's it's the norm. But just like Tommy said, we did deal with a little bit of those types of people when we were younger. Okay, now that we older and realize that some dudes are still dealing with that. That's consistently making excuses for it.
Those the cats that they typically addicted to that.
Yeah, and I mean, it could go from her looks to you had sex with her, so the JJ got that
Okay, so y'all understand. Let's say hello to Maria. Maria, how are you doing today? Maria. So listen, we got to figure out what kind of women we're dealing with. But listen, I'm not excusing or justifying any woman's behavior. I need y'all to know that first. But I'm asking you all to be the leaders and see and recognize what is happening around you, and don't get caught up on the things that you see.
Hold on. My guy said the axe
got stuck in the wall. Yeah.
So explain to me how the police come to my house. There's an axe in the wall. And that's on your partner. I'm sorry, bro. If it's an axe stuck in the wall, somebody gonna have to explain how they got there. And now somebody going to jail for attempted.
Well, he said he pushed her down, so we don't know what happened.
Matter. It's an axe.
Yeah, it don't matter. What if she listen? I'm gonna paint this picture. What if he pushed her down and she bumped her head on the side of the bed as she went down, and her eyes about to hang out?
Sir, there's an axe in my wall. Like, what are we talking about here?
I think I heard this. Like, if
my eye is swollen, and I can't see, and I'm probably lying because I getting ready to go to jail. So I'm
I'll be explaining to the police how y'all lucky it ain't a body laying in front of you. There's an axe in the wall. Like, what are we?
I heard this. Like, the police will arrest someone despite if there's a domestic situation going on, and police go there and they see any damages on the wall, just like he's describing. It could be either the dude getting locked up, because most likely they'll say it's the dude, and they lock him up. Just he didn't have to hit her, but the fact is he punched the wall, so he was aggressive.
I mean.
Well, sometimes they'll ask if there is no damage. They'll say, "Which one of y'all want to go?"
Well, that's what. So my pops ended up in that situation. The lady he was with for my mom, she tried to stab him, and he was in martial arts, so he like flipped her, and then she called the police. And then when she was explaining her story, she accidentally mentioned the knife. So then when she just said that, the police said, "Okay, either both y'all going to jail or neither one of y'all." And then of course they went with neither one, and then the police came to my pops and was like, "Get away from this crazy broad."
Yep.
And he bounced.
Tonight, get away.
Usually, if it comes out that the other person offended too, then it's usually gonna be either both of y'all and none of y'all going. That's the weird one, that it's an axe in the wall and they just said, forget it.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, can I say something?
Absolutely.
Hey, Maria.
If a woman pulls out an axe, that's a red flag. You need to leave.
That's a red flag for her because it's gonna be a red team coming for her.
That's a really big red flag. You can't see that one.
Maria, you way too late. If a woman pulls out an axe, if a woman has an axe, has one, pull whatever, has one.
What you say?
I have one, but it's in my garage.
If she got an axe, got a name, you might want to go.
He said they were in college. If she got a in her dorm room, we need to. That's what I'm saying. That's what we need to say that. We need to figure out what women we dealing with.
That dark liquor.
Chopping kneecaps if you
wait, man, like you live in an apartment and got an axe. Like, what are you chopping trees for? You live in an apartment.
You ain't got no fireplace. What's going on?
Listen, y'all joking, but guess what? She had one for whatever reason. But we need to know. We need to know. So guess what? Even though you all are grown and older and beyond that, there's still some young cats that are going through this right now. Y'all know this, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I got little cousins I'll be able to talk to. Like
the way we do. We try to
little cousin that when he went to jail, as soon as he got out, he was like, I already know what you're gonna tell me. I'm like, bro, it ain't no use to taking that L. It's just none.
Advise them. Go ahead, Maria. What were you gonna say?
So I was gonna say, like I said earlier, I am trying to control my mouth, but it is a very difficult thing for me. Oh no, let me tell you, when I first saw the video of Chaotic, I was heated. But I will say this, the more you watch it, you can see where his reasoning and whatever. Look, he doesn't use profanity or anything. Some of it, I do think he was saying it to get a reaction the way he was saying it. But, you know, I realized for me that walking away, I have learned to do that. But 15 years ago, oh no, I would have fought with you. I wouldn't have laid hands on you because I've always taught my son. My brother was a huge influence in my life, along with my dad. And so my brother always told me, be prepared. If you hit a man, you punch a man, be prepared to get it back. So I would never do that. And, you know, I don't want my son to be a statistic on the news. I'll bail him out of jail. If a woman hits him and he hits her back, I will bail him out of jail. Like, I will get him a great attorney for that. But I don't want him to be a punching bag like some of these men are. And unfortunately, that's what's happening. Some of these women really are abusing the crap out of these men.
Yeah, that's another bad part too. Because if you come in and you overly emphasize that you don't hit women, it's some out there that take advantage of that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, they will definitely take advantage. So you almost got to kind of put it out there, like, but
no, some of these women are insane. They just treat. Look, my son is 24 years old, so I'm going through this right now, where these women treat these men, and guys, to a certain extent, I do give it to you guys, because some of these women do treat these guys like crap. They're not really ready emotionally to be in a relationship,
right?
But they want to be in one so bad, and I understand that because I did that when I was younger, you know, and I wasn't, and I feel awful for it and whatever. But then I got out, and I've been out. I have not gotten into a relationship for a very long time because of that. But I do feel bad for you guys, because it is as hard as it can be for women. I think sometimes it's much harder on men.
It's not hard.
It's much
so much harder.
You just got stuck in that pride.
To be strong. I mean, but listen, do you think the message should be hit to men to hit women back, or to leave before it gets to that point?
I don't think anybody should be hitting anybody. I don't think anybody should hit anybody. But I think nowadays, some of these women,
I like that.
I hate to say it, but I'm going to do a chaotic right here. I'm going to do a chaotic, but I'm going to do it Maria style. But if she hits him, I hope he knocks the fuck out. Excuse my language.
Oh my
Gia says, oh my gosh, y'all crying about abuse of men. How many black women are killed by a black man every day? Gia, we don't know that. We would love to know that. And I would love for you to cam up, because this is what I'm trying to say.
But there's a lot of men, and it's not just black men. There's white men, Hispanic men, men of all kinds that are killed by women a lot more than there are men who kill women nowadays.
Wait a minute, I don't know that, but listen, let's go to this. She has a point, because guess what? The feminist movement came about because of domestic violence against women. I mean, so it's a real.
No, it wasn't in large numbers the way they make it seem like it.
I don't know. Mel, this was Mel. That's not true. Mel.
No, and I'll give.
Listen, we don't create laws, and people. There was enough people who believed it, who experienced it, to make it become a movement. Now, listen.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, but that means it was a lot of people.
No.
Yes, it does.
I'll let you finish. I'll rebuttal on that.
It does. It means it was a lot of people that believed or had experienced that this was something that needed to be addressed, is what I'm saying, as far as it to become a movement. Because you guys could do the same thing, but for some reason we can't get y'all numbers up to create that same movement on the other side to say these laws are unfair in your favor. So you got to look at it that way. There was enough women that were involved back there in the 1960s and 70s, 80s, early 80s, what have you. But listen, we're not talking about that right now. Maria, I'm going to what you're saying too. I'm not even go into domestic violence or hitting. I'm saying even with the verbal. I want to keep it just with the verbal.
Okay.
I'm asking Maria, when do the men fade away in the verbal? Because I'm saying right when they hear the condescending, the I'm not wrong, the belittling begins. And guess what? I can do all of that without calling you out your name. Y'all know that, right?
Right. Okay, so I'll say this. So in my family, we all have very strong mouths. And then my son got diagnosed at like 9, I think, ADHD, but like real ADHD, like the actual anger, and like we did behavioral therapy 5 days a week, like one-on-one. So it wasn't like, it was serious. That gave him the tools now that he can walk away. At 24, when his girlfriend starts doing, he knows he has to walk away because that's an issue for him. Like, it's a huge trigger for him. So he walks away. I think walking away personally is the best thing you guys can do. It gives them a chance to calm down, and it gives you a chance to calm down. I also think that if it's something that happens repeatedly all the time, maybe it's time to decide if that's how you want to live your life. Because we can't change people. We have to change ourselves. We have to want to change ourselves. We have to want to grow. But we can't do that for somebody else. I can't make myself not be who I am for somebody else. So you have to decide if this woman is constantly berating you, odds are she is not going to change. So you have to break that cycle, no matter how much you love her and no matter how cute she is.
Absolutely. So listen, let me answer this question. Danny G, no, the initial feminist movement was not about, that was equality and women voting. But go to the third wave. When you get to the third wave, it talks about domestic violence, husbands raping their wives. It just talks about protecting women.
Like a second wave.
Is it the second or going into the third?
It was second.
Okay, so Mel said second, I said the beginning of the third, somewhere around in there. What was it, 1980s? Early 90s?
I think it had to have been later than that.
Yeah.
No, it was before 2010. So the third wave, I think, ended right at 2010. So it was somewhere in there. Go check it out, Danny.
Yeah, but it wasn't the 80s, because when you and I were growing up, because we're similar in age, when you and I were growing up, it was very different. There was much more women getting abused. There was more. When a woman was raped, she was the one who was put on trial. Like,
you mean
it was
great when she was great. That's what I'm trying to say.
That was great. Yeah.
So Mel, you might be right. It's somewhere between the end of the second, beginning of the third movement. Because wait a minute,
wave dealt with a lot of sexual liberation, the birth control. They wanted to change how they want to date men and everything on their standards.
Oh no!
And that was a lot of sexual revolution. Third wave, fourth wave is mostly. Third wave, fourth was mostly similar. They mostly now want to see that I'm sexual liberated. I'm free. You need to accept me or else.
Like, we went too far.
On the third wave, But wait a minute though. Remember the third wave? That was the movement where the young lady talked about Clarence Thomas.
Oh yes.
You know,
that was in the 80s.
Yeah, that's when the sexual harassment
That was
started.
in what, the late 80s, early 90s?
Early 90s. Early
So
90s.
around
A
there,
lot of women were being sexual abused in college, and they couldn't come out and say it like that.
So around
Yeah,
in
they
there,
didn't have
when
cable.
they
That was
started
on every
talking
channel.
about domestic, that was the domestic abuse and stuff. That's when it got real heavy around there. So anyway,
That and OJ too. Remember that's what really kicked it off because OJ flipped all the laws in California with that.
was OJ in 1980?
No, in the late 90s.
90s, right?
92.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the
early
riot.
90s, yeah.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So guess what? We understand what's going on, but I just need y'all to pay attention because if this is something that's been going on, and then Danny G says the fourth wave is so damn toxic.
That was like the pornography came in now and stuff in the fourth wave. Like I
And
said,
that's that
now
Me Too
that
movement, right? The Me Too movement also and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is this 20 years.
Yeah, that's part of
that we're in. Yeah.
I say fifth wave is now civil war with them because now they got the transgender movement coming in, line up, get their numbers, and now they using their strategy against them. Beat up stuff. So they gonna go through civil war with them. I'm saying back and not getting involved with that.
Let me tell you something I'm also seeing. A lot of women, young girls are noticing or saying that they have gotten the wrong message from that movement.
Yep.
And they have they're wanting to change their minds about, or I should say, be accountable for the life that they've lived. And now they want to change and say, you know what? No, I've done it all wrong. I'm not going to put into their mouth what they want, but they're saying I've done it wrong. And for me to hear a woman that is a feminist, a claimed feminist, to say I've done it wrong, that means that now she's finding value in a man, or will find value in a man. So I'm happy.
I was watching a post. They said that 70% of two-parent households have risen in the past couple of years. Is that true?
False.
Say it again. Say it again, Mel.
The post said that since the last couple of years now, like up to now, the two-parent households have risen to 70%.
Well, they have said that marriages are going up since 19. The marriage rate is now going up. There's not so many more people are getting married, but the divorce rate is still high. But still, it's kind of hard to balance. I don't know.
I'll say this. In my office, I'm the only woman. And we have some very young guys, but all the guys who are married have been married for a long time. All their kids are in that marriage. They're all, and I work with, a very different, because they all work out. It's a marine engineering company. So, it's a very men kind of deal. So, yeah. But everybody's married and everybody's, and all the kids are in wedlock.
So I just think sometimes it's these spaces that we're in, but Hink says this, what about mental abuse those women do to men? Hink, I agree with you. Thank you for being here too. But like I said earlier, and going back to Gia, listen, when somebody puts something into law, it's a real thing. Something always has to happen first before we actually make it a problem. So don't think things just happen out of the blue, especially in our business, y'all. When you're talking about law and law enforcement and things of that nature, believe me, if somebody made a law about it, somebody did it. So for sure it happened. So whether we get the whole story, half the story, it happened. It's just not out the blue stuff. But going back to what Hink says, Hink, this is a real thing. And I said to Danny G, or I said to the panel that, why are the numbers not high enough of men to go and fight for the things that they believe, just like this movement of feminists? These women got together and they made a change, and somebody heard them in a place where men are the people that are in charge. How did that happen, guys?
They put their money and resources together.
No, Mel, stop it. Mel, stop it.
That's part of it, brother. You know what it is. So
I know what it is. I know.
Go ahead and tell me. I don't know. Act like I don't know. Tell me.
Well, what it is the reason that it is that way, and I hate to be just harsh as hell, but the reason that is because this country is built to support and to uplift women, period.
But it wasn't like that. That's my point. It wasn't like that, black man.
Hey,
That's
black
my
man.
point. The movement created that. It wasn't that way.
You're right. I agree. Yeah, you're
That's
right.
what I'm saying. I'm saying, where is your movement?
Let's put it this way: when the feminist movie came in and everything, the reason why men was for it also too because they was trying to protect their daughters and stuff, and it backfired. As our friend Mirror would say it, some fathers simp for their daughters.
Well, remember though, it was also some but you know, it was the equality. They needed the women to vote and stuff of that nature. They wanted to give that kind of right. Go ahead,
wait. What does simping mean? Because I'm being
let's give a perfect example. I seen a video with Kendra D and her father, right? Kendra G, whatever name that trying to be like the Kevin Samuels, female Kevin Samuels, and she had a video with her father on there. Dudes that kind of still hype their daughter up, like, you're still valuable and everything. And the man's worthy of having you because you're the queen and everything. They own fathers. Instead of fathers telling her, honey, you're in your 40s now. You still haven't gotten the man that you wanted. I think I might have gave you some wrong advice.
Mayo. Let me stop you.
Y'all just use
You cannot use simp and daughter in the same sentence, bro.
Period.
That's technically what is happening. Period. I was intentionally doing that.
But
y'all using words, I don't even know what they mean.
But that's the fact.
One at a time. But listen, though, Mel, I say, listen, I appreciate when a man can treat me like a woman or a lady. What's wrong with that?
I wish a dude
would. Not telling your daughter, okay, like I said, okay, you're 40, 45 years old. You're still thinking you all that, but you still haven't got the man in your dreams. But yet you're still pandering to her so much and everything instead of telling her, baby, maybe you need to change your attitude
to your daughter.
Mel, you got a daughter. Do you have a
daughter? As you think you is.
No. Mel, do you have a child? Do you have a daughter?
When I do, I'm gonna tell her the same thing how to get a man.
Hold on, bro. If you don't have no daughter, bro, you don't know.
And when I do have a daughter, I will tell her how to play the game. Period. I'm telling her how I'm gonna raise my daughter. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna be telling her, baby, you're great, you're blah blah blah. No. Like if she's trying to get the husband that she wants, I'm gonna don't tell me what it is.
Bro, you can be loud all you want to, bro. When you have a daughter, then we can have a conversation. But until you have a daughter, bro, this is not a conversation you should be having.
How you go scream and yell and you speaking on people that got daughters?
Raise your hand on the platform if you got a daughter. Okay, you don't have one. Shut up.
Like, you literally go screaming and tell somebody. I was a daughter. Can I say something?
One at a time.
Crazy, man.
I was a daughter. Can I say something?
Maria, hold on for 1 second before you get started. We unlock. Hold on. Listen, y'all, we got to be one mic. Male, before we unmute you, I need you to calm way down because we can't hear you. Your mic is distorted. Yeah, your mic is distorted and we can't hear what you're saying because you're speaking into it and it's very loud. So I need you just to calm down. We're going to turn your mic back on. But listen, give everybody an opportunity to make their statements before you cut them off. And everybody do the same. So right now we're going to Maria and Mel, you're back on. But Maria, you go ahead.
So I was going to say, I want to make a comment because I was a daughter. I don't have a daughter. But I love the fact that my dad raised me up to believe that I am valuable, that I am important. I think we went too far. I do believe that. But I don't know about every woman. But I know stuff happened to me when I was young. And because of the time I was raised in, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything to my family until I was in my, like, just recently within like the last 5 years. I made my dad cry when I told my dad about something that had happened to me when I was 12. Like, I would never want that to happen to my daughter or my son. In that sense, I am kind of glad that our kids feel much more comfortable coming to us now and talking to us about that stuff because we didn't do that back then. So some good has come of this stuff. Not everything, because there's a lot of bad that has come with it. But that's all I wanted to say.
You're right. We unlock you next. Go ahead,
Maria, you're right.
We need to.
Oh, scam. We unlock is now. Then scam likely, and then Mel will come back down to you. Go ahead. We unlock.
In my opinion, we just need to focus on more positive things because if you put more positive into the air, positivity will happen to you. But in my case, I don't know about all of y'all, but I love opening doors for women. I love pulling out chairs for women. I love doing the things. I've been doing it for most of my life. I
Stop
don't do
simping.
anything else.
Who said that? Who said something about simping? Who said it?
He just joking.
I don't understand why that is such a negative thing. That is a man being masculine. Because guess what? The woman is figuring
No, security
energy.
boss. I'm joking about how
joking, he
overly
joking.
used this word is. Y'all
Yeah.
so
I don't even
fucking
know.
OD this word.
Flowers are always on point, by the way.
Listen, when you come
Right.
into the live, make sure you're giving us a thumbs up. Go ahead, Dr. Panderson, DP. Go ahead and tell us what you got to add to that, sir.
Yeah, I do agree with like the simp thing, and some stuff is overused, and I think just the energy in a lot of spaces is overly promoting men against women.
Yes.
We got to be the bigger, and I got plenty of cheap shots that I throw in, but I mean, y'all know my personality.
Yeah,
Go ahead and say what you was getting ready to say. You got to be the bigger what?
At the end of the day, if women are your enemy, then what are you doing? If men are your enemy as a woman, what are we talking about?
No, we call you something else where I'm from.
Right.
Yeah, I mean the MGTOW thing. Well, I can't say that.
It rhymes with hey.
I can't say what it's gonna, but like Anton said, all the men that really can't stand women and they're up here,
Yeah.
eventually by 2030, they're gonna be dating each other.
You rhyme with hey.
Well, you know what? If we're not producing any little babies, it's not going to be many of y'all around.
We're still going to be producing.
Shit, Tommy always gonna be around.
Tommy, you guess what, brother? You're gonna get old. You're getting old.
Can I say this real
I'm
quick?
looking at my pops and my uncle. I got years to go.
All right, I hear you. Go ahead, black man.
Let me say this. So
Yes.
the word simp is overused. Let me tell you what a simp is.
Okay.
Yeah, please tell me so I'll know.
Right. The acronym is someone idolizing mediocre punani. Right.
Oh, wait a minute. Slow down. Let me write that down.
Yeah, that's
that what it really came
was some other shit
That was the
too,
original
bro.
thing, right? That was the original. That came in
Someone idolizing.
Is that what it really came
punani.
from?
That's not where it came from.
No, but Tommy
Oh.
Sotomayor about 10 years ago started saying that, right? And then, hold on. And then after that, but basically today they're using the word simp to identify men, good men who do things for bad women. So say for instance, we unlock, you walked up to a door and the woman said, "You dreadhead, ugly bastard," and you open the door for her. They say you're simping. Because why would you do something for her when she's treating you like crap?
Because I'm activating my God mode.
Right? Oh, no, I'm giving you an example. I'm not saying it's happening. This is not.
He got all, his face got all set.
Listen, I felt the God coming off of him right then in that moment. I felt God coming from you.
Now, Tommy would be considered
I
anti.
felt it.
Because
Well,
Tommy,
no, the
Tommy takes no shit
original,
off nobody.
Okay,
but the original meaning is basically you pandering to a chick to get some. That's literally the original meaning of simp. You agree with everything she say, basically like the Derrick Jackson. Like he was like the literally the model of a simp. Like he like men can do nothing right, women did everything right. You know, just it's always the men. Like, but your goal is to get with a chick that way. And this dudes, that was their whole game, was to get with chicks that way. Was yeah, girl, you right, yada yada. It's basically.
But if that's the original definition of a simp, a dude catering and trying to get the affections of a woman that doesn't like him back, and he knows it.
Exactly.
I mean, not admit it, but he knows it. She's not reciprocating back.
That's what I said, pandering to a woman to get to.
Catering to the hub.
So listen, guys, since we have so many people on the panel, mute your mic when you're not speaking so we don't get any feedback. I want to hear everything you're saying. And it's very important. Mel, go ahead and make your comment, Mel. Then we're gonna go to We Unlock.
Yeah, that's the original definition of the simp. Pandering and catering to a woman that's not returning your affections the same way that you want. She doesn't like you, and you know it, and you're still pandering to her. You're pandering to women. You're technically putting your point of views aside to pander to a woman in hopes that you get same reciprocation back at them. They call it punani points. I don't want to.
Will Smith.
That's the definition of a simp. And as they try to say Russell Wilson is that cater to a woman that loves her and she loves him back and everything. That's definitely been over abused. I think Russell Wilson is a simp. No, I don't.
Will Smith.
So wait a minute, hold on for a minute. But I don't see Russell Wilson. Seems like to me he winning. So I don't know what y'all think.
Yeah,
He's winning.
Exactly. That's how I feel in no way. But That's one of the examples that they constantly abuse it so much. They put so much different definitions onto it. Now it's like, when dudes want to court a woman in this natural, a woman that we like and she likes us back, it's still simping. And that's pissed me off and everything.
All right, so let's go to We Unlock, but We Unlock before you speak. Mel, make sure you mute out your mic. Before you speak, we're gonna do this super chat from Mr. Awesome, and he got some stats up in here. Mr. Awesome says in 2020, 17.8K homicides total. Black man, 8.5. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So listen, statistics is okay. Deletion in the US, number of victims in 2020 by race, ethnicity, and gender. All right. Okay, so we're gonna
Is that just like relationships or what do they call it? Is that spousal or is that just in general?
Let's get into it in a minute. Let's go ahead and do the money line song and we'll get back. We'll look at it again.
What a glance at. There you go.
Mine. Yeah. Okay, so let's pull it down again and see if we can get a little bit more clarity in there. Let's see. He says,
I was gonna comment on that, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
No, you can, because I'm just trying to figure out where we're going with this. In 2020, let's say 17,000 homicides total. Okay.
Yeah,
Black man was 8,000 or 8.5. Oh, that's almost 50%. White man 1.4, 7.8. Okay, source statistic.com. Deletion in the US, number of victims in 2020 by race. Okay, so but okay, this was at GIA. Tell me the point.
Oh, that's the black men versus black women. How many have died?
He had 47% versus 7.8%. Wow. In 2020? Damn.
Yeah. That's showing the amount of black men versus the amount of black women.
Oh, so basically going against old girls saying that.
Yeah.
But but you know that this, gotcha. Going back to the, talking about, now listen though, is this, but this is not pertaining to domestic violence.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused if that's domestic violence, if that's just,
or if it's just
total
deletions. Yeah, because we already know that we're killing each other. So I don't know. But DP, I thought you said you wanted to add something. Go ahead, sir. And then Jedi, we're gonna be next, okay?
Jedi, what's up?
Understand that when black women, especially if it's a black woman saying and always referring to DVs and this and how violent black men are,
right?
If that's the case, there's other races. You can find you another race. And I'm not against not necessarily divesting, but
you better not say that.
I know, but what's your point with that? I mean, we all know there are some. There are mean people.
I'm saying if they're targeting black men, saying these.
No, it's not a target. It's a real deal. No target. I haven't heard a target. Now I don't know. I haven't heard anybody being target. I think Gia or someone made the comment just as because we were making another comment.
Okay, I thought it was more saying that black men, like as in intending and saying black men are these violent creatures because that's something I've heard many times. Okay.
No, but you know what? I'm glad that you said that. Let me say this though. Do you think that we are an angry race?
I think anger is an emotion, and anger is emotion that is taught. And where are the emotions taught? That would be women raising children.
Okay, so are you saying yes or no?
As well as now, of course, there are some monsters out there. Let's be real.
Yeah,
some Ike Turner, some Joe Jacksons, we got them.
Yeah.
But what I've seen in my younger years is women who had a lot of options. They could pick men off a tree.
Right.
And they chose Thug Johnson. After Thug Johnson, Simp Jones comes around. Hey, baby, I got a flower for you. She leaves from him, goes over to Loke Davis, then goes over to Quan, then Big C. I'm like, the men are over here trying to pay and trying to do things for it, and they're going over and choosing to go be with the monsters. I saw this repeatedly. Actually, I saw a lot of it in college.
But you know what? I don't think they go
to be with a lot of these men.
I don't think they go into it knowing that these are monsters.
So some of them do.
That might be the end product, but I don't think we actually go in.
I'm not saying all women, but they're ducking from the nice guys or the guys who actually want to marry and do right and saying, no, he was boring. Oh, he was and they're going over to Quan Jenkins, who just got out 6 weeks ago.
But there's also another side too. Where there's those nice guys that are also monsters behind the scene too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice guys are not always nice guys you think it is, man.
Talk about good men.
You know what,
not
security
nice
boss?
guys.
You know what?
Wait,
the other night,
wait a minute. Okay, listen. Y'all mute your mics. We're gonna go to Black Man and then Jedi. You're next. Go ahead, Black Man.
the other night on, if y'all got a chance to watch when they had all the ladies on the show.
Yes.
The other night.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear the lady that's been in the game for 30 years? What she said? She
No.
said the same exact thing that Panderson just said. She said, "I've been in the game for 30 plus years. I've helped women get into nursing programs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Change their life, move them away from Pookies and Ray Rays." And she go to do a she go to do a wellness check on them. They didn't move Pookie and Ray Ray out the hood over into the nice neighborhood with them in the house, and they pregnant by him again. She said she don't know why they keep going back getting them. Why are you telling them where you live? I gave you a new address, gave you a new identity, gave you a new life, put you in school, and you still going back to the same men. Why?
Magic stick.
So Black Man, I'm gonna tell you something. You always giving me a show, Black Man, and I don't know if this is something to be done between me and you or whatever. But who is Pookie and Ray Ray? Let's be honest.
I ain't gonna say they use the term. I'm saying the men that we just talked about. The men.
No, I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying who really is that in the culture?
They're named for unproductive men. That's what
I know that, but what I'm saying now is the way that we're moving now, or way this world is moving. Young people between the ages of 18 and 25 are saying dating is sex, right?
Yeah.
So if dating is sex, how can I tell who Pookie and Ray Ray is and who Jedi is? How do I know?
Because Jedi is going to work
Jedi
tomorrow.
don't want to have sex
Pookie's
with you
going
right
to the
now.
block tomorrow.
Oh, so you saying Pookie don't work?
Oh,
no,
hell no.
he works on Fifth.
That's
and,
one of them. Yeah, the
Fifth
other
and
part
Crenshaw.
is like
Yeah, I don't believe that.
the other factor is like, you know,
Tell you what,
I have to keep it above from a woman's point of view. They find Pookie excited. They find the nice guy boring. They don't make him wet.
Listen, it ain't. Let me tell you this. I believe Pookie and Jedi got the same story going in, but I think Jedi will make a mistake and he'll be accountable for it. Pookie will make a mistake and he'll run away.
Dearly beloved.
But we won't know that until the mistake is made. But we're gonna talk about that. But we ain't gonna talk about that tonight. I don't want y'all to think about that because I don't think men set out to be Pookie.
It's an environment now they raised to be running the streets and everything. Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, let's discuss this on another show.
Yeah, we gotta discuss it because I don't think a woman would normally just choose somebody that she know that's gonna run out on her. I think sometimes women get caught up. But Jedi, this is on you. Jedi, this is on you. You go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
because that's what I was going to ask Jedi. Because in the comments, I'm going to scroll back down here real quick. The comments, Negro said, "I'm capping because every man want to have sex with their girl on the first night." Jedi Mike, when did you have sex with your girl, Jedi Mike?
We still
That's personal.
No, it's okay.
All the
It's
time.
okay.
It's live all the time.
I'll be transparent. We still haven't.
Right.
Okay.
And how long y'all been dating?
We've been dating for 6 months.
Give me the camera, Mr. Boss. Give me the camera, Mr. Boss, real quick. Give me the camera. I need it for about 10 seconds. I told you, New Growth. There's people out here that don't want to be beating down no coochie the first night, brother. This man right here been dating his girl for how long? He ain't touched her. You have people like him. You have Cheeky Banter. Cheeky Banter is in his 20s or probably in his early 30s. He's never touched a female in his life. He's still a virgin. What are we talking about? There are men out here that
Wait, let me get wait, Jedi, can I ask you something?
No, don't Jedi. No, I want you to first. No, Male, we're gonna mute you out. Jedi, it's your time. Go ahead, sir. We're gonna let you talk. Go ahead, sir.
So I was hearing this question. You keep talking about like what saying what the choice is like. Why they keep choosing them? And let's say we take Pookie and Ray Ray wherever out the hood, whatever. It keeps going back to the whole thing of choices, right? And the thing is, us as being people, we're this is the land of the free. As women, you're the most free, most liberated group of people on the face of the planet in today's generation. And then this whole point of talking about fathers come with discernment, and what we have shown, at least in terms of this generation, is the lack of discernment. Because unfortunately, let's say if we went into let's say, we're controlling in terms of women who they give their bodies to, right? So we're taking i.e. their rights away, all this stuff, right? And we're controlling the nice fit men so where they can make sure that whoever offspring they have is coming from an efficient man, right? But what's the problem? The problem is still that you still are taking away women's freedom. And if we can't restrict you, then who you have to blame? Right, in terms of situation where we're restricting you from you making your own choices. We're individuals between men and women. We have the right. If I choose a woman that's unfit to be a mother and I impregnate her, I am screwed. I am screwed. But that's back to my choices and vice versa. Right. And I think that goes turns the thing about in our culture, right? Because you talk about whole thing being accountable and like whoever with male or anything like that, it's not trying to say, oh, I'm not being a saint or anything like that. It's back that we see a lack of accountability in our community of us making poor choices, right? So either, you could say a smart man, learn from his mistakes. A wise man learns from others, right? I can say I've been smart in some decisions and I've been wise in some decisions, right? So I'm not going to sit here when I answer that question why me and my girlfriend we haven't had sex or anything when I know from her past all other guys in her past just wanted her for her body. So I just want to be different and require patience. It created self-discipline, which is why like our relationship is the way it is. And so it's also, which I think is all emphasizes boundaries, which we also lack in our community. It's a thing that of us being so emotionally ready to like, all right, let me go get in the sheets and all this stuff like that, right? But yet all that was telling you about your terms of your character. What am I actually bringing to you in the relationship? I'm showing you lack of discipline because I have urges that I can't control, especially me being a leader, that if I lack emotional control or sexual control, and that's being your leader, if I do that, then we're all unstable. We're going to lose control and everything. The whole family's going to crumble because I, as the man, is unstable. So I think that's the thing in our culture we just need to talk about that goes referred back to is our choices.
Jedi, you are exactly right. Y'all, the young man speaks. How old are you, Jedi?
I'm 23. I'll be 24 in October.
The 23-year-old has just dropped the mic and ended the show. And guess what? He's a Sigma. So we love him around here.
Let me get props to Jedi also too. He set the tone of that relationship and she followed.
But he's supposed to.
He's not a man. Then a lot of these dudes I see out there so much that claim what manhood is. I give him props for that. You give flowers for me, brother. You know what I'm saying? Word. He set the tone of that relationship. She followed and stuff.
And can I say something
That's
also?
what most men do and stuff we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to set the tone relationship. Woman followed. She followed him and he set the tone because she saw that he was a masculine man. She trusted him.
Now watch this, Mel. Hold on, Mel. This is the difference.
Credit for
the
me,
Jedi.
man.
Who set the tone for you, Jedi?
His daddy.
Oh yeah, it was my father.
Come on.
Exactly. Another
Yeah.
thing too. Daddy set the tone for him. You get props from me even more for that.
So can I say something really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Outside of all that, my thing is that you said one of the things that you said was that you are choosing to wait and however, because in the past men that's what they've wanted her for. So to me, I have the utmost respect, even more so because you are so young and I have my son is about your age, so I know that, but because you're allowing her the time to get to know you and to heal all the past hurts from the past. And that's going to make you guys so much stronger in the long run. I'm sorry. But like for me, that's huge because so many women are damaged from previous relationships. So that to me that's beautiful.
Yep, daddy set the tone, Mel. A lot of these Pookies and Ray Rays don't have daddies.
But also let me phrase this too. She didn't also have her father too because her parents they divorced when she was 8 years old, whatever. So there was also a lack of male absence in terms of her life as well. And what that want to talk about was patience. But this is why I step back because a lot of women they say they're not even asking the men that they want because they're lacking either emotional control or in some undealt with trauma. And with her, she said, "I need you to be patient with me." And that was a test to her. Like, listen, I'm like, all right, you asking me as a man to be patient with you in situations, whatever. All right, I'm going to do that. And that's what it's all about communication, especially if I'm covering her. That way I can best, operate and move forward. But I just think I'm not trying to say this whole thing rocket science. It's difficult, but it's difficult because there's two things that we have. We have things in our relationships that are non-negotiable, and we never negotiate it. Everything in the middle can be compromises and sacrifices, right? It's a compromise that, hey, listen, I know you've been patient with me, so then now I can be more vulnerable to you in terms of like my behaviors and my stuff I can share you. Vice versa. There's some things that she doesn't know yet because we're still at the 6-month mark. Right, so let's not make it clear that I'm just like, okay, I'm just sitting here waiting and I'm not doing anything too. That's what I'm saying. It's about having a symbiotic relationship and knowing what is the center, which is foundation.
So guess what, Jedi? I'm doing a show called A Standard, and the standard was going to be the ladies, but guess
It's going
what?
to be him now.
I think I'm just adding you to the standard. So I'm gonna talk to you about it. Of course, you can say no, but you just opened my eyes to something.
You can't say no.
I think you can't say no. You can't say no. I think you need to be added to the list of the standard. And I will talk to you about it. And you've been the first person outside of BLACKMAN that I've actually mentioned it to, per se. So I like that. And it might be, now that I know we have one, and maybe one other that we need to bring out as a standard. Not to take away from any other man, but I like what you're saying. And if it requires that, then that's what we need. So
I just think he said it with such caring and understanding.
Oh, he always speaks like that, though. He always he's a preacher's son.
Oh, that's
it's not just that. His girlfriend's willing to put in the work also too.
Exactly.
No, you're right.
But listen,
you are 100%.
And he saw that. That's why he was like, "I'm gonna be patient with you," because he knows, she's willing to put in the work to change for this brother.
Hey, y'all. Hey, listen. Security boss trying to do the benediction right now.
We're trying to give the
you hear the music in the background. You know what that means.
Y'all know the evening announcements are coming. Just in case y'all have not yet been there, make sure you go to my channel and click that globe up in the top right-hand corner and check out the merchandise. Let me know what y'all think about SB Nation. I will appreciate it. This Wednesday, the 20th, Daily Wrap Up crew will be here with me at 8 p.m. Y'all got to be here. Go check them out before Wednesday, though, because I need y'all help. If y'all got some questions or something I don't think of, I want y'all here. The Daily Wrap Up crew will be here with me on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Also, this is something new. On Friday and Saturday of this week, I will be doing a 4 o'clock show, afternoon, 4 in the afternoon. We're doing gender talk at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday and Saturday of this week. Then also, don't forget this, I Choose You starts on Friday, April 29th at 9:15 will be the first show, and I'm getting excited about it, y'all. I need y'all to show up. But that was all the announcements that I have for you today. This has been a wonderful live, and I appreciate all of y'all for being here. Now, Jedi, I will talk to you soon. Tommy, thank you so much for being here. Maria, always thank you. I always need that energy. We on lock. Come more, brother. Come more. DP, you know you're welcome all the time. We need you. BLACKMAN, you are an outstanding co-host, and I appreciate you. Listen. If you're just coming in, we're about to be done, but still give us that thumbs up. We need to get those likes up. I'm getting better at this. Wouldn't y'all say?
Exactly.
I'm nobody boss. Damn.
Oh, Mel.
Listen, tell
him, man. You know I can't see that little M, right? But Mel, you always add. Listen, every time I want to know something, if it's between you and BLACKMAN, y'all gonna bring me up to date. I can just count on you both, and I also
BLACKMAN's my brother up there, man.
I love you, man. Hey, listen, Mel, turn your damn microphone down. Did they make it on Mount Sinai?
I'm sorry. I don't got the headphones on with me.
BLACKMAN, where they making it?
At Mount Sinai.
You know how you got the headphones on. Everybody. I don't got that. I'm watching from the TV. I'm all up in.
So listen,
my nickname is Yo Mel up in these spaces.
Chantel was trying to come in. We could. Chantel, we're gonna speak to you again because I'm definitely want to do it.
Damn, Chantel, yeah, you should have definitely brought her.
The smelling thing is new to some people, and everybody don't catch it real easy. But the chat, I appreciate you guys so much. And y'all were on it tonight.
Lady, happy resurrection to you too.
Oh, thank you so much. Listen, it's been a great week and weekend. And look, we're going to just get better and better. But listen, I'm sending out my appreciation to all you all men. And I'm telling y'all, be aware of what's going on. Don't pretend y'all don't know what's up. Don't walk around here in the clouds. Okay. Maria, thank you so much for your $9.99 super chat. So you want to go out with the money line song?
I want to go out with the money line song.
Treat yourself to a Warriors basketball game too.
I need all shoulders moving from left to right. Left to right. Left to right.
Money line. Get that line. Oh, give me that money
line, baby. DP, I don't know what you was doing up there. You went to the left. You never came back. I don't know about that. But anyway,
go Warriors.
Have a good night, and I'll see
you
on Wednesday.
so sick away.